Jared Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit jaredgoestothemovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jarrett Reddick, and this is a podcast. Jared Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jared Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please state your name for the record.
Daniel Ocean.
Thank you. Mr. Ocean, the purpose of this hearing is to determine whether, if released, you are likely to break the law again. While this was your first conviction, you have been implicated, though never charged, in over a dozen other confidence schemes and frauds. What can you tell us about this?
As you say, ma'am, I was never charged.
Mr. Ocean, what we're trying to find out is, was there a reason you chose to commit this crime, or was there a reason you simply got caught this time?
My wife left me. I was upset. I got into a self-destructive pattern.
If released, is it likely you'd fall back into a similar pattern?
She already left me once. I don't think she'd do it again just for kicks.
Yo. I don't know why I started like that. I just say this. So this George Clooney, apparently he's so attractive they won't give him a real prison uniform because what he's wearing is actually stylish. Looks like the Ralph Lauren prison where he's at. You know, it's like his fucking, like, really put together collar and shit.
Yeah, it's not like he's white collar crime, right? He steals stuff.
Yeah, no, but it's pretty white. Oh, no, he steals stuff, but he steals, like masks and shit, like art and stuff. You know, like...
So do you steal fancier stuff? You go to fancier prison?
It's posh crime.
Yeah, but it's not like a Wall Street banker going to jail. It's robbery.
Yeah, but he's not like going in with guns blazing and stuff. Well, actually, that's not true.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. My name is Jarrett. This is a podcast. We like to call it Jarrett Goes to the Movies because that's what Rich thought of 2.5 years ago, when we first started this thing. I like this movie because it takes place in casinos. I like casinos. We're talking about Ocean's 11 today. Which I will be honest, I remembered liking this movie, but I don't really remember liking it as much as I did this time. And I was in a bit of a crunch to watch this one. Been working all week.
I noticed that.
So I had Kelly and Lewis from the Dolly Rots in all this week, and me and Kelly finishing writing our record that we're going to be putting out around Thanksgiving. And so we as of this week, we've written 17 songs, and like we like all of them. So it's going to be tough to narrow that down. But there'll be a pre-sale type situations where you can get all of them if you'd like. And we'll be talking about that later on in life. But, you know, that's kind of my week. That's what I've been doing. Been doing that. I just like did a thing where I burped, but it didn't come out of my mouth. Like it was like in my throat. It was a throat burp.
Ooh, what did it taste like?
It didn't taste because I didn't swallow yet. Hold on.
That's what she said.
That a boy. This fucking guy. That's Sweet Cheeks over there. You guys remember him from a few weeks ago. I don't remember him from a few weeks ago because I was hammered.
You were so hammered.
Oh my God. I really did. I listened back to the Rogue One episode, and here's the thing. So, we had started golfing at 9, I think, in the morning, and then we had our first beer on like hole 6, and then after the golf match, we sat down, had some beers in the bar, then relocated to another place to have lunch. And I'm doing quotations, which lunch with me is like, well, I don't like to eat while I drink, so I don't fucking eat. And then I'm, still just sitting there. So by the time we got here, I was in rare
interesting.
form. It was fun, and I appreciate you guys not giving me too much shit about that. But during Rogue One and the one before that, what was the one before that? I'd been Deadpool. I'd been drinking a little bit.
Yeah.
But this episode, I'm completely coherent. Oh, I was back last week though for the breakup.
Yep, you were.
We had your ex-wife with me, as always, ladies and gentlemen, is Rich.
Hello.
So any
still sick.
That's 3 weeks, dude.
I know.
Crazy. It's a lingering thing. I had it 2.5 weeks.
Jesus.
Now, what have you hung out with your ex-wife again since the podcast?
We went and hung out where Christian bartends.
Okay.
And then we...
where is he at?
He's at Rockin'
Brews.
Rockin' Brews.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yeah, gave him a nice tip. And then we were
was
hanging out
Was
with...
it like something to do with those darn holiday leftovers, or like what kind of tip? Oh, monetary. Go ahead.
Monetary.
Sorry, go ahead.
And then hung out with my daughter and her boyfriend and basically talked about music. But it ended up being a big argument. She stormed off.
Really? So that hasn't fixed itself since we talked about that. Yeah. She's still hitting you up for that Instagram money?
Yeah.
Internet money.
Yeah, basically.
Because if you'll give her money, they'll put it on the Instagram and they'll make it big.
Yeah, because if you just give Instagram
money,
$1,000,
right,
then you instantly have fans.
It's called Instagram, Rich, of course.
But not Insta-fam.
Not necessarily.
No, we're being a little facetious.
I was going to say, I use it all the time. It does not work at all.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to tell her.
We're being a smidge facetious. I have 30-something thousand followers on Instagram, and I promote something, and
I've wasted so much money. You
know what? Facebook ads. Here's the thing: social media advertising works if you have the followers to market to.
Exactly.
But
if you have thousands of followers and you need to get information to them,
right,
works great.
Greatest bait and switch of all time. Facebook. This Mark Zuckerberg, man, he's fucking. He's rich as shit because he basically sold us a bag of dumb shit.
Yep.
We used to be able to market to our fans, and it was free.
Right.
And now the people who actually want to see our shit can't see it unless we pay him money to do it.
Exactly.
It's the worst. And you know what? I've grown used to it, and I'm fine with it. But I still think it just sucks. I think the whole fucking it's the way the internet works, though. It's the same with this goddamn Fortnite. The kids are playing. Yeah, the kids that play this Fortnite. Well, they gave it to them, 8 months ago. Just give it to the kids. Call it beta. Like my fish, like the miracle fish. He's a beta. They call it a beta. They give the kids this thing, but then they come at you and go to the children and apparently NBA players, and they hey, but you can only get these weapons if you pay for it.
Right.
And also, you can die this many times a day, but hey, if you give us this much money, you can die more times in a day, right?
I thought the game was free.
It is.
It used to be fucking free.
Limited.
That's what I'm saying. It's like this. You ever play this Candy Crush?
Yeah.
I fucking gave him a little bit of money a couple of times. Yeah, I wanted to keep going. Couldn't keep going. Now I'm hooked on this Best Fiends. You ever play that shit? It's like the new.
You're playing with are you still playing with the Russian Best Thing?
You know what? I had her mixed up with somebody else. I don't think she ever played Best Fiends.
No, she played Best Fiends.
Okay, then maybe it is her on there. But I don't really know. So what happens is you can give people lives, but you don't actually see it. It's just basically your Facebook friends, but the window pops up and then just disappears, and you send them like extra shit or whatever. Anyway, so but yeah, I mean, dude, I will be honest with you, and
the internet is a bait and switch.
Well, I know a little bit about the music business.
Yeah.
And that's just it. It's like, I don't think that bands who have 800 fucking followers on Facebook need to hire publicists. I think that's
they're
stupid.
this close to being famous.
No,
they're this close to being famous.
I get that.
I just think being young
Send
is
me the
amazing.
hit. Send me the hit. Let me hear it.
I think being young is amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
Just to be able to think that way.
Yeah. What was awesome was when we were coming up in Bowling for Soup, again, it's almost 20 well, it's 24. Holy shit, our birthday's in like 2 or 3 days. It'll be 24. We will turn 24 this week, actually, ladies and gentlemen, Bowling for Soup. Yeah. How about that shit? Right?
Nice.
That's fucking kick-ass shit. We never expected anything. That whole thing, it was just like, this is what we're doing, and we're out here working our asses off and this and that. There were no free tickets. No free ride, none of this. It's just, to me, I think the entitlement of some of the younger generation, and I'm not talking specifically about your children. You know what they're doing, I don't. But I would say that, if you expect something out of this, other than enjoying yourself, making music or whatever, then you're in the wrong industry.
And they both say it. Her boyfriend and her, they say I want to be famous. I'm going to be famous.
Right.
It's fame. Why are you saying that?
Right.
Why aren't you saying, I want to be able to provide for myself doing what I love for the rest of my life?
Agreed.
That's the mentality you should have. If you
100%.
have that mentality, then you probably will be able to do that.
Right.
In some way, shape, or form. But the whole fame, it drives me crazy. It's fingernails on the chalkboard when they say the word famous to me.
That's the thing. Is like famous in 2018 isn't even really saying that they want to be a great musician or a successful music person. It's just that they want that notoriety. They want that recognition or whatever.
You could be dead poor and be famous.
100%.
Like, what's the point?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I mean the girls on Young and Pregnant, they for like a year they're poor.
Yeah.
They don't get money until the second year, and then because they get better places to live and new cars and shit. But they're struggling that first year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and they're famous and poor. You know.
Yeah.
But that makes for a good story, though. Then what you do? Then what they do is they give them some fucking money, and they know that's going to shake shit up in their lives.
Yeah, and be gone in
That's
2
what
years.
That's what happens. Yeah, and then more problems. You know, that's just it. My lovely wife Casey is here.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
here.
Are we acknowledging anything tonight, or no? We're not going to say anything.
Nope.
We don't need to talk about it.
You don't even want to talk. You don't want to talk about it because you don't want to talk about it, or you just don't want it out there in the world.
Both.
Okay, done.
Okay, I'll talk about it.
Okay,
I'm really hungover.
She is hungover. We went to a 30th birthday party last night, and Casey celebrated the 30th birthday of her friend.
All 30 birthdays.
All in one night.
Yep.
Yeah. She did. She did a great job. We all ended up dancing, which doesn't always happen. Well, I'm sorry you don't feel good, baby. You know what? Me and Casey are nice to each other when we're hungover. Like it's not like you shouldn't have fucking drink as much. It's like, oh, what can I do? That's how we treat one another. Can I go get you a cheeseburger? No, she wants Chinese food. They deliver. I don't have to do anything.
That's right.
You know, so I'm fucking out on that deal. Austin Mark Graff is here, but we call him Sweet Cheeks.
Sweet Cheeks. Look at him trying to sell Swan. He brought a T-shirt. That's the name he was trying to sell him. He brings a T-shirt.
Was that he wanted to be?
He was
called
like, everyone
Swan?
calls me Swan.
I got it. All right,
Because I called myself Swan because of this T-shirt I own.
You don't really know what this is from?
No.
Black Swan Saloon in Deep Ellum across from trees.
Yeah.
That's where I used to work.
No.
That's why they call you Swan?
Exactly.
He named himself.
I got a couple of things I want to say. First of all,
That's
it's
not
great
a
to
thing.
have you here. Second of all, stop smacking in the fucking microphone. He made some beef jerky. All of a
That's the
sudden,
easiest way to get kicked out.
Dude, you have no idea how fast you'll be removed from this room if you continually smack in the goddamn. No, he's only moving your mic because we can't see your face, not because of the beef jerky. All right, temporary John is here. Neighbor John, there he is.
Yes, thank you.
Not
Thank
late.
you.
Usually he texts about 10:30 and comes over, comes into the room. So
Well, I like this movie tonight.
that's why. You know this movie. All right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Silent Sean again is here, and we freaking love Silent Sean. We give him a lot of shit.
Isn't he awesome?
He works really hard and has really been the glue in the show. I am not serious about that. But hey guys, it is great to have everybody here. Welcome to the program. If it's your first time to listen and you haven't seen Ocean's 11, go watch the movie and come back and join us for it. Or pick another movie that you've seen that isn't one of our first 20 episodes and check that out. You know, you'll see, you'll have a great time. I want to say that I do need to point out that this is a Tim Toole and Matt Cardosi production. I want to send out condolences to Matt Cardosi and his entire family. His sister passed away suddenly this week. It's a really, really sad fucking thing. And Casey and I both sent him a message and just, sending all the mojo. And if you guys are friends with him on Facebook, just send him a little loving and that in his direction because he's a good dude and that's got to be fucking terrible. Our new supporters is John Fredericks at the $5 level. That dude now gets all the archives anytime he wants. All you got to do is just go in there and there's hundreds of hours of shit of just us talking about nothing, and he gets it. Here's the thing: you also get a 20% discount on our merch. I don't know if I've said this lately, but if you go to our Patreon page, support us for $1 that month, then you get a 20% discount on merch. Go buy a shirt. save over $2, and you just made money in the transaction.
Yep.
Holy shit. And by the way,
If you're a woman, that made absolute sense to you. If
Yeah.
you're a man, you're like, that didn't make any sense.
I don't know. I explained it great.
What kind of merch do you got? What kind?
We have T-shirts. We have mugs. We have we have a perk that I couldn't send out because we didn't have all y'all's addresses 2 weeks ago. Hopefully now, if you are at the $10 level, you have updated your address so that I can send those out on Monday. I'm going to try again, and then I'll be emailing you directly if I don't have. But we will. It's still a surprise. I can't say it.
Yeah,
But that'll be in the store soon. All right. Our executive producers are also Patreon supporters, and the reason this show works, we just bought a new computer. Holy shit, it was really expensive. So thank you to our Patreon supporters for making that happen. Hopefully, we just get better and better.
We did it to improve the show, not just to have a computer laying around.
Yeah, you have to understand. There's it looks like, and I actually heard this the other day from a friend. Oh, it was our cousin was in town, and our cousins, Brandon and Christy, were in town, and they're big fans of the show. And they were just like, yeah, it looks like you guys are all in like different locations and all this. I'm like, well, it's not really set. It's just we've worked hard to make it look really good and to sound really good. But there's a lot of gear that goes into it. And quite frankly, we don't have all of the things that we really need to be able to do with it what we want and make it a better program. But thank you to each and every one of you, because we've put every cent back into the podcast, and we'll continue to do that until we're the biggest podcast besides Joe Rogan. All right. Our executive producers are also Patreon supporters. They do include Ashley C., Wendy Croft, David Murray, Sheila Ray Wonder, David Dooley. Rodon James, Tim Tula, Matt Cardosi, our corporate VPs, Nigel Watson, Big Chris Whitehead, Lucy Murray, who you guys may have seen on the show last week, fresh out of a yoga class. Exciting stuff there. Diane Small, Daniel Cotton, who will be on the show a little bit later during 5 Questions, Jared Spear, who I talked shit about during 5 Questions, Lisa Wenzel, John Gickler, Shawnee Griffiths, Greg Pascal, Mark Ryan, Tyler McCullough, Sweet Hurst, Katie Morgan, who not again, but who also will be on the program later for 5 Questions. His name is actually Les Zaldor Zalewski. I seldom say that because he wants to only be known as Zaldor, and only by whatever the fuck that is that I play. He's the only producer that has his own soundbite. Maybe we need to make that a thing. Maybe from now, maybe you can upgrade and you get a soundbite. You know, give us
your own.
Give us a few more bucks.
That should be fun for you, having to press all the buttons.
Well, I just put them in order. You know, I'll change it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. All right, Josh Millman, Jason Randall, Mike Breton, your favorite record podcast, Brian Dunning, Paul Baums, Amy Pittsinger, Jason Wall, Bodie Cooper, William Bryant, Kirsty Fisher, Don Petretta, Simone Vark, who did not quit the podcast, Dave McLennan, Woody Chambers, and Tess Green. Hey, Tess Green, what an awesome movie for you to be mentioned during, because there's a character named Tess in the movie, and I was actually going to make fun of her name, but now I'm not gonna. Yeah, how about that? Just fucking turn me right off of that whole deal. Fucking A. Ocean's 11 came out in 2001. It was rated PG-13. Nothing really happened in this. There were no boobies. Here we go. Danny Ocean and his 11 accomplices plan to rob 3 Las Vegas casinos simultaneously. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a runner for possibly the greatest synopsis of all time.
I was thinking so too, except there's one fatal flaw.
Okay, let's hear it.
There's only 10 accomplices.
There are only 10 accomplices. They made a fucking grammatical error. Yeah, because he's one of the 11, dumb.
Wait, there's 13, though.
It's not a grammatical error. I think it's a mathematical
error. Well, it's grammatical because they said the wrong thing, put the wrong word in.
Okay.
It's a mathematical error.
I'm deleting this. Never mind.
There's not 13. What are you talking about?
There's 13 of them in the movie. There's 13.
Wait, which one did you watch?
She is not part of this.
Yes, she is.
No.
No, that's the
she
that's
didn't.
the second
She could have
sequel.
stopped it.
Okay. Jesus Christ. She's not part of it.
She wasn't in on it.
No, they needed 11. They talked about 11. They had 11.
Danny's part of the 11.
It's part of the fucking 11.
Right.
Yeah.
Over to Rich for his alternative synopsis.
Ocean's 11. In this elaborate caper that made you not hate jazz music as much as you used to, George Clooney and the gang rob a casino by... Actually, how did they rob it? I was just focused on Brad Pitt eating the whole time.
Roadhouse.
He has a nice beverage.
Something.
I mean, he's always but I said this in the 5 questions thing, so I don't know whether you edit it out. But I found it to be almost just endearing. Is that the right word?
Endearing.
Like an endearing thing about him, which is just like the guy just likes snacks. You know, I mean, he's just constantly having a snack.
He's fit, though.
Yeah, he looks great. You know why? Because he has fucking 24 meals a day. That's what you're supposed to do.
And someone can
At least that's what I was told.
If they read the trivia on this, but Brad Pitt, it was a choice he made that he wanted to. He thought that these guys would be on the move constantly, be bopping around, doing so much stuff. He'd always have to eat on the go.
Yeah,
and so that was his thing. He was like, I'll just always be eating because I'm always, going around and doing stuff, and we're not going to sit down and fucking have dinner.
It's pretty damn brilliant as far as like when you have that sort of grasp on a character. I love hearing shit like that. I didn't read that, so I would have given credit to the writer on that. But anytime like there's an actor who just sort of is like, I think this element to him would be really important, and I totally get it.
It was all Brad Pitt.
That's genius. Okay, so but first of all, let's talk about George Clooney. George Clooney, obviously. One of the biggest stars in the world, started out on Facts of Life. You take the good, you take the bad, take them both.
I think at one point in time, people would probably be like, yeah, he's one of the most popular stars in the world. But he fell off the map pretty quick.
Well, he basically moved to France and just is super
he
selective.
got real political and
selective in what he does now.
I don't think he felt. I mean, he started doing those. Isn't he helping produce some of those weird cartoon movies and stuff?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he's doing something.
Well,
but, he doesn't he live in France?
If you go behind
in probably a castle and shit. He's at the royal wedding.
But I would consider if you're one of the top actors in the world, and then you go into a producer role, that's falling off the map.
You're less famous.
Yeah.
I don't know about less famous, less visible, maybe.
Well, I'm just saying you're not the exposure.
Sure.
Is a lot less than it once was.
I'm just saying that motherfucker walks into any room in the world and he gets recognized.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, on the planet.
Sure.
I mean, in the remote parts of the Australian outback, the fucking Aborigines are like, Jesus Christ, it's fucking George Clooney over here. Are you fucking serious? I loved you in ER. Brad Pitt is in this movie. Here's the thing. So we were at a pool party the other day for... what was the holiday? Oh, Memorial Day? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you to all of our men and women of the for all of your service and for protecting our country. Thank you for that. But I think that maybe I might have graduated from Brad Pitt and gone to Ryan Reynolds. I think it might have happened officially. And I think
we already talked about this.
I know. Well,
during Deadpool.
I was drunk.
Oh.
Yeah, right now I'm sober and I need to.
So
what did I say?
You threw out the question of who do you choose, and you said Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay. Well, I fucking changed my mind 3 days ago.
Did you watch Deadpool 2? Is that what did it?
No,
I
haven't seen it. Unfortunately,
did you watch Waiting?
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
What? Yeah. All right. What changed your mind?
About what?
He's not as good of an actor as Brad Pitt.
Doesn't matter. Everything he says is funny.
Yes.
Even when he's not being funny, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes the key to someone's heart is humor.
Yeah.
And he puts the humor in my heart. That's what I don't know.
Are you just going young?
It just
now?
changes the dynamic of our show.
I'm not going. Dude, believe me, I am not going young. I feel like I actually did think about this the other day.
If we're leaping off of Brad Pitt, I'm going Chris Hemsworth. I'm not going Ryan Reynolds.
That's terrible.
He's funny too, but he's just beautiful.
Is that Thor?
Yeah.
That's too much.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's just too much,
well,
man.
Some of us can handle that much.
I can't.
You know what I mean?
That's too much, man.
Rich, do you have a man crush?
We need to flab up a little bit. There's just too much going on.
Flab up like Brad Pitt?
I don't want no, but
I need a real man.
But Brad Pitt's lean. This fucking Chris Hemsworth, if that dude puts his arms around you,
yeah, you feel safe. I feel safe.
Casey says that like about big dudes. Like I ask all the time. Like, like if a guy's like really tall and you know what, like, and she, oh yeah, it feels nice.
No, girls like being like hugged by like a big tall dude.
If I'm going to be taken by a man, then I don't want to be more manly than the man. I want to be like, I want him to make me feel like a woman. So,
I get it.
I don't know what's going on.
This is weird. Can we move on from
John's
this?
like way too manly to just be in this conversation.
Oh. Sorry, Silent Sean with a silent joke. All right, again, Brad Pitt is in this. He's fucking great. He's one of my favorites of all time, and I probably really would pick him.
Thank God.
He could just, I don't know. I just don't know if I want that many stepkids. It's just
Wow.
But
you went there.
but the good news is he doesn't have any contact with them anyway. So it's not like they'd be around. On holidays and shit.
It was a court decree, so he wasn't allowed.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have any. So so I guess right now,
And like
it's
if
fine.
it worked out with you and Ryan Reynolds, you'd be like okay with spending some holidays with Blake Lively.
100%. It'd be fine. Yeah. It'd be fine.
It's not bad.
Not bad. Elliot Gould is in this. He's fucking great. Casey Affleck, who I guess either Scott Conn, who plays his brother, is either short or Casey Affleck is tall. Because he's got a foot on that dude when they're like walking together.
Oh, yeah.
So one of them is either
I never remember
tall.
who he is. When you say Casey Affleck, I never can picture the face.
Oh, I've got it. Brad Pitt's brother. So he's Brad. Oh, I'm sorry. Ben Affleck's brothers. Shit, I had that joke fucking like as you were saying it.
I know who he is. I just can't ever put the face to it. I had to like look up which one you're talking about.
He did that movie recently.
Won a bunch of
Won
awards.
an Academy Award. That
Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea or whatever. And
he was also in The Killer Inside Me, and that movie is insane.
One of my favorite movies is the Gone Baby Gone.
Never seen it.
It's great. Ben Affleck directed it. I think it was his first one. And
Yeah.
I thought that was Argo.
No, this is way before Argo.
Argo's a great fucking movie, by the way.
No, I think this was his first time directing a movie, and it was great.
Do you like Ben Affleck as Batman? I could never remember.
I do like him as Batman.
Yeah. But you hate the Superman versus Batman movie.
I hate pretty much all of those movies except for Wonder Woman.
Sweet Cheeks, you're a comic book nerd, right?
Somewhat.
Do you like Ben Affleck as a Batman? No, who's your favorite Batman?
George Clooney.
Oh shit. Okay.
I thought that was amazing. Watching that, it's a bad movie. Don't get me wrong, but it's watching him do that is like fun. He's got the little credit card,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And Sean, I know that you have a favorite Batman. Who? Michael Keaton, old school. Yeah, you don't give a fuck.
Michael Keaton was great.
What? This dude,
He's out.
Sean's like, fuck it. He's out. It's like, he's auditioning tonight for Will's chair, and I think he just lost out. Fuck it.
I just like.
He did bring his homemade beef jerky though, so
I
that's
just
a
like
positive.
the tone that Affleck brought, and then the action scenes that came along with it, which isn't the Batman, but it still feels like a part of if I'm choosing somebody.
Right.
That it was badass. That fucking warehouse scene was amazing.
So Carl Reiner is in this, and Carl Reiner is like one of the greatest directors of all time. It's Rob Reiner's dad. Like this guy. Look, I'm not even gonna go over it, but go to his IMDb. It's fucking crazy. Also in this movie, of course, Matt Damon in it. He plays the character Linus, which is the name of my best friend.
Right.
So I really liked that character a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don Cheadle plays a terrible English person.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, and we will talk about that a little bit more during 5 questions later. And then I think that's basically it. Besides our couple of the year, Andy Garcia, who plays the bad guy. He's fucking great in this movie, by the way. He is. I actually bought it. Like I was a little intimidated by him.
He's not really a bad guy.
It felt like he was in this movie to me. Like I found him a little terrifying.
He was a guy that was very good at his job and didn't want to get robbed.
No,
I
but
felt kind of bad for him.
when he said run and hide. Run because I'm gonna hide. Like I believed it. Like I was just you're fucked. Like your fingernails are coming off with pliers.
Ouch.
That's where they're sorry, baby. That make you sick to your stomach?
No, I just don't. I don't like that one. I don't know. I'm like
Pubic hairs are gonna be trimmed with a lawnmower. What? No,
that's
I'm just
fine.
naming more shit.
No,
Okay.
the fingernail thing, which is
Oh,
gross.
that one
Whatever
hurt.
else is
Okay,
fine.
we're gonna drill your teeth with no anesthesia.
Hammer.
You've had that happen.
Yeah.
Hammer to the hand.
Hammer to the hand sounds terrible. Yeah, that sucks.
I watched that happen one time.
What?
What?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I had this boyfriend whenever I was like in middle school, and his family was like a little fucking crazy, and the mom did like a bunch of drugs and all types of stuff. And all these people lived in this house. It was like a 3-bedroom house, like 11 people in the fucking house. I mean, it was crazy. Like, there's just cigarette smoke. It was awful.
A trailer house, right?
Yeah, and one of the...
So it's like
no, this one wasn't a trailer. This was
like
a
that TV show Shameless.
Gotcha.
kind of. And so one of the girls that lived in the house had wronged the mom, who was like the leader of this thing. And so to make up for it, somebody had to they smashed her pinky with a hammer. I watched the whole thing happen so that she could go to the hospital and get pills and give them all to her.
Oh, wow.
And I was like in the room when it happened. Like,
Jesus.
I was like, they're not really gonna bam. I was like, ah! Like,
holy shit.
so she smashed her pinky, went to the hospital, got pain pills, and didn't take them, gave them to her.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
That is...
Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway, it didn't
That's
work
how the
out.
other half live.
That's called mind control.
Dang.
It was weird. Yeah, everyone called her mom, even the adults. It was fucking weird.
Yeah, super weird.
Why were you even there?
Oh, let's not get into that right now, please.
Someone else said my mic's way
Temporary.
lower than everyone else's on here.
Yeah, turn her up, please. All right, Julia Roberts. Hey, I didn't mean. Oh, I should have
Turn
been
her up,
nicer.
damn
about
it.
that. I was just kind of like already on to my next sentence, and so sorry if that came out like that. I was ordering you around and shit. Julia Roberts,
Dick.
Rich's favorite actress of all time, is in this, and I'm not going to really say anything else about her. I'll let him do all the work later on in the broadcast. So thanks for being here. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, Ocean's 11. Let's dive in. Here we go.
It's never been done before, so I need planning and a large crew. Guns? Not exactly. A lot of security, but the take. What's the target? 8 figures each. What's the target? When was the last time you were in Vegas? What? You want to knock over a casino?
I love how each person he approaches with that are all like, at first, fuck that. And then they're instantly like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm in. Yeah, I love their dynamic. I think they're great together.
They are great together.
They are. I mean, and I guess.
Have they been in anything else together?
I was wondering the same
It
thing.
was pretty much improv. There are two, all of them together. Them two mainly were improv.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So it was all improvised most of the movie with them two.
I think what I started thinking as I was watching this is the original movie, I guess, was the Rat Pack, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Ocean 11, this is a remake. So I guess this is Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra are
Yes.
these two characters.
Yep.
And so they probably had that same sort of vibe back and forth, So I feel like the cat, if I'm right, and that's who played whom, if Frank Sinatra was George Clooney and Dean Martin was Brad Pitt, the casting is fucking insanely good.
Yeah.
Because that's how I would picture that in my mind. Like, Dean Martin, like, is the guy who's always cool, and, they're both always cool, I guess, but, nothing bad really happens to Brad Pitt. He doesn't even have to really even, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess nothing bad happens to anybody in this fucking
No.
movie.
Yeah. It's all good.
Oh wait, one thing, the hammer scene or the hand scene on the door. That's the only thing that gets.
You're right. Yeah, poor little guy. So yeah, we talked about Brad Pitt eating. I love the, he first meets up with Bernie Mac, and he's just like, you've seen him, and he knows exactly who he's talking about. And what's he doing? He's teaching stars to play cards, and they actually got like real actors to come in and be complete idiots and not know how to. So they got the guy from the '70s show, the guy
Dawson's Creek, Charmed,
Seventh Heaven,
Walk to Remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote that
Oh
down.
man, just fucking great, and just the fact that they all play idiots,
Oh, Topher Grace too from this.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: was that a con when he comes in and he tells them?
I wondered about that too.
We're gonna do this bluff. Okay, watch the bluff or whatever. Was he like, all right, let me make you $10,000 real quick?
Exactly. You just got out of jail. I'll throw some money your way.
It seemed like it was.
I was wondering about that for
It
sure.
seemed like this is what these guys do when they're together. All right, fuck it. These guys are paying me to do this, and because he tells them, all right, let's basically call his bluff. But then once he puts the $2,000 in, he goes, well, that's a lot of money. Up to you guys. I'm in. But y'all do with it whatever you want.
It's like Stripes playing poker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. You want to get rid of these aces and then you replace that with 3 fresh cards. Yeah. So 3 casinos. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think even if you could get away with robbing casinos of 160 million, what are you going to do? You can't. I don't think that could happen. Like, I don't think even if you could steal the money, I don't think you could get very far with it.
No.
It's 160 million.
None of this makes sense.
No one would rest.
Split up, though. Split up.
But I'm just saying, it's 160 million that a casino with unlimited resources is going to go after you.
Well,
the entire police force for Las Vegas exists because of casinos.
Yeah.
They're going to go. Everybody's going after you. FBI. Everybody.
Because it's gambling. Like CIA. I mean, like, they're calling in everybody.
Yeah. You'd be stupid to steal this much money because it's too much exposure.
Yeah. Obviously, let's get that out of the way quick. None of this is very believable.
Right.
It's like once he's like, oh, I got, he's like, guess that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
There wasn't any follow up to it. It's
No.
just crazy.
Yeah. So I definitely agree with you. I think, but I like the position that they put the casino in of like the casino guy being evil, and they'll be like, let's just fucking take this guy's money.
The chat room is pointing out that that's why there's an Ocean's 12, which I think they do sort of address that, like, Terry Benedict then's like, I know you stole it, but if you help me do this, then I won't turn you in.
Then wait, so 3 casinos, but they only did 1.
Well, they store all the. They're all connected, and they store all the money in one vault.
You said you watched this movie, goddammit.
I did, but I watched it, and that's the one thing I was confused about. Like, he says 3 casinos, but they were only at 1. I didn't catch the part where it's all put together.
Yeah, they're
all of the money goes into one vault because it's one owner, and it's all done in these underground tunnel. So essentially there's 2 casinos that are walking across the street and they're all storing the money in the same spot. So it's like one fucking big vault.
Yeah.
And so I thought the same thing. In fact, like at first in my mind, the first time he describes it, it just sounds like there's like a fucking laundry chute and there's just money coming down it and just piling in this room that somebody's got to get in there and clean it all up. They're like, God damn it, man. This sucks.
You know the 3 most successful robberies in the history of Vegas? Number 3, the bronze medal. Pencilneck grabs a lockbox at the Horseshoe. He got 2 steps closer to the door than any living soul before him.
Hey, take the money!
Second most successful robbery, the Flamingo in 71. This guy actually tasted fresh oxygen before they grabbed him. Of course, he was breathing out of a hose for the next 3 weeks. Goddamn hippie. And the closest any man has ever come to robbing a Las Vegas casino was outside of Caesars in 87. He came, he grabbed, they conquered.
They just shot that motherfucker in the back.
But what am I saying? You guys are pros. The best. I'm sure you can make it out of the casino. Of course, lest we forget, once you're out the front door, you're still in the middle of the fucking desert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure any of that is true, that what he was talking about. That might have been movie scriptage.
Do you think a casino's ever been robbed?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's Circus in 1993, $3 million from an armored truck at the
door. Okay.
Yeah.
Successful robbery.
But that I looked up. There's a bunch. And I was like, oh my god, there's tons that got robbed. But I noticed it was after this movie was made, like 2010, 2003 or something.
So this
like
movie
that.
gave some people some ideas.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
the vault seems like the worst idea ever. Like, it's like, why wouldn't you again?
Well, if you can trick them into giving you the money,
right?
Great, but yeah, it seems like the worst idea ever.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of there was a couple stories I read that of just literally just a guy walked in, grabbed a bunch of chips in an off limits area. He just kind of strolled in and was like, "Holy shit, here's a bunch of chips." Grabbed the chips and just made his way out.
Right.
And would have probably gotten away with it, except there were some
meddling kids.
No, there was like some
and their dog.
Scooby-Doo.
Like $12 million chip or some special chip that was worth a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And he tried to pawn that.
What a dum-dum.
And got caught, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch. I mean,
I saw
this one's from
something-
January 2018. Robbery at New York marks second high-profile Las Vegas casino heist in 3 months.
Wow.
What? In 3 months?
Yeah.
There's so many.
New York,
Yeah.
New York.
You would think it
Somebody
would-
did in November the Bellagio Hotel and Casino and MGM Resorts.
You would think it just happened all the time. You know, I just don't think we see it because it's not like dudes going in with machine guns and shit. It's like,
Thank God.
yeah, exact. No, 100%. I'm not trying to be funny about that. I'm just saying that, like,
Yeah, that's when somebody took money from a cash cage in the poker room. Like,
yeah. So they're getting away with a few grand. You know,
It's like
Yeah.
a bank robbery.
what'd you say? $3 million in an armored truck? Jesus Christ! You gotta fucking hire a wrestler or some shit to like just stand outside that fucking thing. You know, slam people.
the
in
New York,
the
New
face.
York guy like brought a gun and just like robbed him, like armed, like I'm freaking robbing you, and then escaped in a taxi and they found him.
and actually got away. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ! Holy crap! That's weird. I wonder if anybody's ever escaped in an Uber. Because you got to wait for that shit. You know what I mean? Like you can't. I guess you'd order the Uber before you walk in.
That's right.
Did you just wait here?
I'll be back. 3 minutes.
Well, it's just
Be
like
here.
you time it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, your driver is Joel.
Really?
Joel will be there, and like, but sometimes those motherfuckers take a wrong turn.
That's right.
and it adds like 10 minutes to the
Yeah.
trip, and you're fucked. You're just out there with like, then you're just like walking the strip, just hiding in the fucking M&M store and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, you guys got gray M&Ms? What? And then he's arrested. That's it.
Yeah.
End of story. Fucking out of there. How about the Malloy brothers? I love this thing. It's just like the whole like the fact that they're just always arguing, you know, and then our intro to the Malloy brothers is a truck racing a remote control truck
That looks exactly
that
like
looks the same, and then just the fact that he starts to lose, so he's just like fuck it and runs over it.
Did y'all know that Owen and Luke Wilson were supposed to originally play those characters?
Oh, wow.
Interesting, but what, Owen was like gonna kill himself and shit, so he couldn't do it that month.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Dude, he was like suicidal like a couple of times.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like super like out there in the world, like it full on. Like I think him and Kate Hudson had broke up or some shit.
Yeah.
Like it was a.
And he was like, why does my brother get the good nose? You know what I mean? He was just like,
Wow.
man.
Hang on. Are you accusing me of booby trapping?
Well, how about it? Booby traps are Mr. Tar style. Isn't that right? Basher. Peck, ATF. Let me venture a guess. Simple G4 mainliner, back wound, quick fuse, with a drag under 20 feet? Yeah. Let me ask you something else. Did you search this scumbag? Booby traps on his person? I mean, really search. Not just for weapons. Stand back.
Oi! Here we go.
Go find Griggs. Tell him I need to see him. Who? Just find him, will ya? Hey, Bench. Hey, Les. How fast can you put something together for what I just slipped in?
It's done. Hey, it's Danny about.
Yeah, he's waiting around the corner.
Oh, it's terrific. It'll be nice working with proper villains again.
Everybody down!
They weren't expecting that shit.
That's insanity. Is
So
what that is.
this is confusing because they're talking. Him and Danny are talking,
Yeah.
and they're like, "What about Bash?"
Right.
And then they're like, "Well, there's a problem."
Yeah.
And then they show him getting pinched,
Right.
but then they're there
Right.
helping him get unpinched.
Yeah, it's like he fucking appeared there or some shit.
Right.
You know,
It's like, oh, there's a problem. He's going to do a bank robbery
And
at
it's-
some future point, and we're going to have to show up and bail him out.
I didn't understand that either.
Yeah, it was not cohesive at all.
And also, here's the thing. And again, I realized that we weren't going to do the whole deal where we just tear the movie apart the whole time because we could literally pick this fucker apart.
I love this movie, though.
Me too.
I'm allowed to.
But just the fact that, like, okay, so there was this crook. We had him in custody. He's obviously on the cameras and shit because we've been walking him around and shit, right?
Right.
And then this ATF guy comes, something blows up or whatever. Like, this guy's impersonating an officer. Like, even in 1999 when this was filmed, like, they have
Right.
Jesus Christ, he's impersonating ATF. They're looking for this motherfucker.
Right. And he has a record. You know he has a record.
I don't know. He seems to be, it seems like all he does is eat, which is, and he stays
He's
fit.
a food record.
This scene, no, though, he smokes a cigarette. No food.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay. Oh, he's always doing something with his hands. Yeah, maybe that's it.
He has an oral fixation.
Right. Yeah. Well, he's wearing gloves too. It's weird to eat with gloves. You ever eat with gloves on?
No, never.
Yeah. See, it sounds terrible, right? I think I have a few times, and I didn't like it. You know, I didn't like it not enough to fucking not eat. But,
So why was Don Cheadle uncredited?
Was it he did not feel he gave his part or something like that. It was
so he punished himself?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Are you serious?
I believe that's what it was. Yeah.
He didn't like his own accent, so he uncredited himself for the movie.
well, he didn't say it was the accent.
Yeah, it was his own performance. Oh, he wanted to be one of the leading men. Like he wanted to have Matt Damon's role or Brad Pitt's role, I believe.
Matt
And
he didn't get it.
oh, so he threw a hissy fit.
Yes.
Oh, that's totally different.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would he do the movie? Like, that's stupid. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Casey, B27.
What?
Why is Don Cheadle uncredited in this movie?
Okay, I'll get back to you.
Yeah. If you're right, Sweet Cheeks, I'll fucking give it to you. But that sounds a little lame because he's in the movie.
I assumed
He took the role.
I assumed that he wasn't getting paid enough. And so when you don't get paid enough, you work for free, uncredited, because you want to be in the movie.
He can't, but he's credited in the next two ones though.
Because they paid him more.
What do you mean? You don't do it for free.
Yeah, they do it for free.
Why?
Because look, they're millionaires. They're not doing it for money, but they're doing it for money. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like they're not
Like
going to work for $5,000. They'll just do it for free.
Like hookers that are
They're going to work
themselves.
for the $20 million, and then they're going to do a movie that they love for free.
Yeah. All right. I see what
or
you're
for
saying.
scale or whatever the fuck.
This is like though before, yeah. But now they all do independent movies and shit. Like Billy Bob Thornton's on a Netflix show now.
Right.
That's what you mean, right? He's doing it for the love of the.
Well,
you know, and Bad Santa 3 didn't do good or some shit. You know.
Right. I don't know, but I'm just saying because he couldn't get the main role.
Yeah.
But he still wanted to be in the movie because it was one of his favorite movies from his childhood and whatever.
All right.
That he did it for scale and uncredited.
Well, I'm going to give you that. You got something, Case?
I mean, the only things that there's a couple of different people saying they just didn't like the role, or whatever, but the main one that I see is that he said that he didn't get paid well at all. He said that the money they paid him was a joke. Like it's like he said it was like an embarrassingly low amount.
Right.
And he literally said in an interview, like, I mean, I didn't like give the money back, but
I mean, you're acting. You know, like
yeah,
he's already rich at this point.
But he wasn't acting good enough in this movie at all, though.
Yeah, he don't accent.
Why did he need an accent? He wasn't. Why was that necessary?
Well, apparently Brad Pitt, after coming up with the whole thing where he just wanted to eat all the time, came up with the fact that one of them should be English. And since they weren't paying him enough, they picked the cheap guy. And we're just like, hey, you've got to put a little extra work in this.
Now we know why he didn't put a lot of effort into the accent. Right?
Maybe we can bump you up a few bucks. You know, if you get this accent down, we'll just see what happens.
Woody in the chat room says, Don Cheadle removed his name from the credits when it wasn't allowed to appear above the title in Ocean's 11.
That's kind of what I meant.
Presumably because his name would be alphabetically preceding George Clooney's, and they wanted George Clooney's first because there were so many characters and they wanted to put them alphabetical.
Okay, I worded it wrong, but that's kind of what I meant. He wanted to be like the leading role characters.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be in the leading role. He wanted to be billed the same as the leading role. What you said, Sweet Cheeks, was that he wanted to be in one of those roles. That's not what fucking happened.
I'm pretty sure he did, though.
It doesn't fucking matter. He had already taken this role. The alphabetical thing, I'm buying. This whole, like, you know what? Like, I didn't get Brad Pitt's role or whatever because I'm, you know, whatever. Like, so fucking just don't even put my name in the thing. That's stupid. That's stupid. He already got paid. Alphabetical. What the fuck? Isn't every movie like you? Not everything's alphabetical.
No, but I think because they had so many famous people in there, the only fair thing to do was to put it alphabetical. But they were like, but we want George Clooney first, and he's C, so Cheadle, we're not putting yours on it at all. And so I think he got mad about that or whatever. So anyway,
right,
like,
because it probably was the first. You know, I mean, how many people can you put on there? You can't put 11. You know.
Yeah, I think they only put.
You know what he should have done? He should have got like a featuring. That's what I got in Saving the Tin Man. Just got the DVD the other day.
You know,
I'm being serious about this. So I'm not listed in the credits. I used to be listed first. I'm not joking. Now it sounds like I'm fucking around. I'm not. I used to be listed first because I'm already famous and shit.
Right. Because you're the draw, obviously.
At first I was. I think now everything's fine. But the movie did good. And so now they've put
What's
last.
your residuals?
I'm nothing, but I'm last. And it's actually illegal or not illegal, but I broke my fucking SAG shit. I shouldn't say that. Don't edit that out. I don't care. But yeah, go ahead and edit that out.
All right.
If you think about it.
All right.
But now I'm just like featuring Jarrett Reddick at the end, which I'll take that shit.
No, that's good.
I like that.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
It's
Like,
more prestigious.
It's cute.
right. I like it. It's not cute. God damn it.
Because you're not the main character.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
In
so
fact,
that's how it should be.
Right.
Like if De Niro has a small part in a movie, it'll be all the main
Featuring,
characters,
yeah.
even if they're like new people. But it'll be like, and Robert De Niro.
or with,
Yeah.
Robert De Niro. I think that might be what I don't know. I got to look at it again. I'll put that up. I'll put a picture of the DVD cover up there on the Jarrett Goes to the Movie page because it is cool. It's
So
cool
in this movie, it said someone brought that up. Introducing
Don Cheadle.
No. Julia Roberts in the credits. Oh, it was Katie Morgan. She brought that up. Introducing.
Oh, that doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
because she's been in tons of movies before this.
Interesting. I wonder if that's some sort of throwback to the original movie, maybe?
No, I bet. You know what I bet it was? I bet it's some weird thing. They were like, well, we can't put you first, even though you're fucking Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Because we got to put Clooney and Pitt first. But how about we do the thing where we just make it introducing? Because, you know what I mean? Like, there's probably some set thing, like, you can do introducing, or you can do, no, we'll just put you as the introducing. It's probably some weird SAG rule.
Introducing is like Tatum O'Neal and Bad News Bears and shit.
Right,
You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I understand that, but she was like that, so there's got to be some reason.
I guess. I don't know.
And obviously there was a lot of, kerfuffle about the naming, like where all the names are going to be.
That is so stupid.
And payment, I'm sure. So yeah.
I doubt that. I don't think any of them. Actors don't know what each other are getting paid, do they?
Sometimes it gets out, and they.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, we know when when a person becomes a $20 million man or woman. Julia Roberts is one.
It's kind of like what happened with the Jurassic World movie, whatever. Chris Pratt got paid more than Dallas paid, whatever name is.
Yeah, and she should. I mean, he should.
Why?
Because he's fucking Chris Pratt. I don't give a fuck about Dallas Bryce Howard.
Who the fuck is Dallas Bryce Howard? I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
How much did Jeff Goldblum get?
I don't know.
Is he in the movie?
A little
Fuck
bit. Right?
yeah, Jarrett. I just pulled that out of my ass. How the
his
fuck?
voice is. I haven't seen him in the movie.
How the
though.
fuck would I even know that he's in that movie?
I don't think he is.
He was in the third. Well, he was in the first one.
Yeah, you know what else he was in?
Oh, he is in it. He is.
You know what else he was in? The Big Chill.
Was he?
The Fly.
I'm not even sure I've seen The Big Chill.
We should 100% do that movie, and here's why.
Interesting topics.
Yes, but adult problems from like the 80s.
Okay.
And it's people who were friends with one another, I guess like back in the 70s in college and shit, then their adult problems. But it would be a really cool movie to do because just to see if it's sort of streamlined. Like, what are the adult problems now, you know?
All right.
Because it's a weird group. It's like a college group that, you know, there's inter stuff that happens and all that shit. And, you know how it is. You went to college.
The Bellagio, the Mirage, and the MGM Grand. Together, they're three of the most profitable casinos in Las Vegas. Let me see. This is the vault at the Bellagio. It's located below the Strip, beneath 200 feet of solid earth. It safeguards every dime that passes through each of the three casinos above it. And we're gonna rob it.
Smash and grab job, huh? Slightly more complicated than that.
Shut up, dummy.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, introducing Julia Roberts is literally just some inside joke between her and the freaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
the
weird.
freaking what?
The I don't know, producer. Or,
Oh, okay, that's funny.
weird.
they've
though.
actually like worked together before. Like I don't know. Everyone
Like
said it was just,
he played a joke on her by putting it introducing, and she didn't know.
Or maybe she was just like, you know, it's like not my first movie. And he was like, oh, wouldn't that be cool if this was? And
Weird.
maybe we should stop.
There's actually more information on this than there is on Don Cheadle's fucking.
yeah. Yeah. Well, you know why? Because it's
Julia Roberts.
Well, and also it's out there. Like we don't know that Don Cheadle is. I mean, you're not going to pick up on that.
Yeah.
That he's not credited, but you're going to see the introducing Julia Roberts being like, "What? Aren't you Aaron Brockovich? Jesus Christ, you're in Pretty Woman."
All right, so this is a lot of work, And they said 2 weeks.
They did.
There's no way in hell you're going to build a vault that looks exactly like the Bellagio vault in 2 weeks with 11 people.
I thought the same thing, but I also thought that just to getting to know everybody's patterns, like how they do their day and all that shit, I'm like, you need way more.
They had to put tile floor. You know how long it takes for a crew of guys to put tile down? It takes forever.
No, it's like a day.
Yeah, not that long.
Forever.
It's a day, then you grout it the next day and stuff.
You grout it the next day. They have 2 weeks. 2 weeks to build this
2
whole
days
set.
to tile the floor. I just said
That's
that.
just the tile
now,
floor.
hold on. You can't step on it till the next day, so 3 days.
Okay, how long does it take the tile to get in?
Oh, you have to order the tile. Yeah, well, we got like builder surplus and shit. You can go down there and get something that looks...
They have a guy for everything. We have to have a tile guy.
Yeah, there's a tile guy. Oh, yeah. Daniel. Hey. There he is.
Or maybe they will.
How's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
Fantastic.
Love hearing that.
Hey, there it goes.
There she is. This week we watched Ocean's 11. Were both of you guys able to watch the movie?
Yes.
Yep.
See, these are the good ones. You know what I mean? It's this Jared Spear. He just phones it in all the time.
All the time.
Just phones it in. And this Wendy, she doesn't even bother going to the fucking library anymore. They don't even try.
No, they sent her a letter asking her if she was okay.
They did one of those courtesy checks,
right.
Like sent a wellness check or whatever. Like sent the police over to make sure everything's fine. That's fine. I just pick on them because I love them, and I wish they'd watch the fucking movie. But that's fine. Well, now had you guys both seen the movie before?
Oh yeah, I actually own the trilogy because it's awesome.
Yeah,
so.
It is.
That's weird because when you were live tweeting it today, I felt like you hadn't watched it.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah. Okay. It's been long enough for me that I didn't know exactly what was going to happen. Like, I think this is one of those where I liked it when I saw it, but I've only seen it once.
Right.
I saw it at the theater, but I don't think I've seen all of them.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah. But, Daniel, how about you, man? Had you seen this before?
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times before. I like this movie because it's easy to watch. This, for me, is the opposite of an anxiety movie. Yeah. Everything goes right. Everything's planned out perfectly, and it's just very satisfying just to not stress.
You're so right. Like, there's a few situations that they put you in, but they solve it really quick to where there's not a lot of that. Like, because they could have easily made it to where it's like they put somebody in a room and you don't know what's going to happen for a while and shit. But no, like right when they get in the room, some shit goes down. It's like the briefcase is on the thing or whatever. The guy catches it. That's the end of that problem.
Even the music is soothing constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you, Daniel, on the anxiety thing. Now, any favorite line, Katie, from this one that you kind of remembered when you went back and were like, I love that line, or just scene in general?
I'm trying to think. Scene in general, and I cannot remember the guy's name, but when the British dude just walks in covered in shit and everyone's acting like it's messed up, and he's just like, no, this is normal. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
But let's be careful with the term British dude there. Jesus Christ.
Let me ask you this, Daniel, was that a terrible British accent?
The fucking worst.
Okay,
ever.
I'm going to give you... All right, the thing that made Don Cheadle's bad, though, again, is that, like... Crikey! It just seemed like they had literally like gone to like the book of like what's things that people say when they're excited in England.
Right.
What's really funny about it is the way he mixed really posh English stuff with Cockney rhyming slang. So there's nobody in the country who talks like that. You could be one, you could be the other. Nobody is doing both of those things. Right. That's fucking stupid.
It's really complex, man. I mean, but I guess it would be the same. It'd be like a guy from England trying to do an American accent and mixing up the Bronx and East Texas, you know, and like and switching going back and forth, because all Americans would be like, the fuck? But they don't really hear the subtle differences, you know?
Forget about it, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect.
That is exactly what that fucking was, yeah.
Get the fuck
here's my
out
question
of
with
here,
that.
you guys.
Was his accent as bad as Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins?
Oh, shit. Now, don't get them started on Dick Van Dyke. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
Let's go, Daniel.
Honestly, I think, and I did comment on this while I was watching, actually, the Dick Van Dyke thing was bad, but at least all of the words made sense together. The thing with this Don Cheadle thing is, like I say, he's mixing two dialects from two different classes of people, and so nobody is saying things like "Call blimey, give me the fucking bees."
Exactly. Yeah,
like
I thought exactly the same thing. I'm totally with you. And you know what? You guys comment on the Mary Poppins thing all the time, and it's a lot of fun for them because that's every American's English accent is like, "Hello, Mary Poppins." It's like, that's what we all do.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that shit.
Hello, governor.
Hello, governor. So, guys, let's play a game called 5 Questions. By the way, remind me, Sean, later in the week, not right now because I won't remember. We need to get a theme song for 5 Questions. I need to have somebody do that.
All right.
Maybe we'll get Linus of Hollywood to knock that out before next week or some shit, But don't you think we need a 5 questions?
Yeah, we
thing?
had the one that was like random question time.
I still have that.
But it wasn't 5 questions.
All right, guys, let's discuss the movie Ocean's 11 in a game that we like to call 5 Questions, where we ask you 6 questions. The high score, again, used to be 7, but it's now 6 again because Will quit the show. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get to question number 1 about Ocean's 11. In every scene in the movie Ocean's 11, Brad Pitt is doing what? In pretty much every single scene in Ocean's 11, what is Brad Pitt doing? I'm going to go ahead and give him a break on this one and go to Katie Morgan, who wrote pretty quickly. Katie, what is it he's doing? Stuffing his face, she says, as Katie does, a creative way to say eating. All right, let's go to Daniel Cotton. Daniel, what was your answer?
I'm going to say wearing sunglasses. I feel like there were a lot of sunglasses indoors.
Well, let me think about it. No, I can't give you that because he was not. No, not every time. But yes, you're right. He either was eating something or having something to drink in every fucking scene that he's in, and he always did some sort of like pantomime-ish sort of like wipe his mouth to make it like known or whatever, or he would like hiccup or something. It was an interesting, I thought, way to do that character. All right, it is now 1-0. Katie with a huge lead over Daniel Cotton as we get into question number 2 about the movie Ocean's 11. In the movie Ocean's 11, each time George Clooney gets out of prison, he is wearing what? What is he wearing each time he gets out of prison? Starting to become a habit with the guy. Apparently he has good friends in prison because he comes out looking just as good as he went in.
They put your clothes in a bag and you literally get the same clothes when you leave.
No. I'm just saying that it didn't look like it, he didn't lose any weight. He still had a...
You're saying he still fits in his clothes and fuck that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Like most people come out like fucking looking like they either did meth or they ate a meth head.
Right.
One or the other. All right, Daniel Cotton, what you got for me?
Tuxedo.
You went with tuxedo. All right, let's go to Katie Morgan. She went with a suit. I cannot give you that. I'm going to have, because it is a specific kind of suit.
You were going
I'll give you a tux. Okay.
It is a tuxedo. I was going for tuxedo. So I do have to get Daniel that point, and you're correct on the movie. Good job.
We weren't clapping before.
I know, but are you wanting to give her suit? I can't do it.
No.
Because the
you
first
were looking
one,
for tuxedo.
The first
Just
one
stick
had
to your
ruffles.
guns.
And
I'll take it. Be nice to everybody.
All right. Again, I love the goddamn ducks. What can I do? I took the dolly rots to see the fucking geese like 5 times.
Do you like that clip that I put
Oh,
for that?
so good. So good. All right. Well, now everybody's commenting on it. Like,
Right,
why can't he like the ducks? All right. Question number 3, guys. We got a tie game going into question number 3. In the movie Ocean's 11, name another actor by name that is not Julia Roberts, Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, or George Clooney or Don Cheadle.
Department of Redundancy Department.
Right. All right, let's go to Katie Morgan first. I believe you probably have an answer for us. She went with Scott Conn. I'm going to have to actually give her that because I have no idea who the fuck that is. Maybe he was in the movie. Daniel?
He was one of the Mormon twins.
He was.
Gotcha.
He was, yeah. Bernie Mac.
Very good. Both of you got that right. And now it is a tie at 2-2. Katie Morgan, Daniel Cotton, going into question 4 about Ocean's 11. In the movie Ocean's 11, how many oceans do we see? How many oceans do we see in the movie Ocean's 11? All right, Daniel Cotton, I believe it is your turn to answer first. Let's see what you got.
Say 0.
He went with 0. Katie Morgan, what is your answer?
I don't know how you can see that, but again, I wrote down 2 and it says Danny and Tess.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
I'm giving you both the question. You're both correct. That is right. I was actually going for bodies of water, but as she always does, she's outsmarted me again, ladies and gentlemen. Katie Morgan with the goddamn one of those whatever happens in tennis where you have to dive and get it or whatever, dive shot or some shit. Okay,
Swan.
a swan. Fuck it, it's a swan. I love these. We got a swan down there now too. I'm not joking. There's these geese and ducks, and now there's a couple of swans. It's so exciting each day when I go by there and take a look. All right, guys. Question number 5. This will be my last question for you guys. It is a tie game. Holy shit, is this exciting? Question number 5 will of course be about the movie Ocean's 11. In the movie Ocean's 11, can you name one of the fighters in the boxing match?
No.
I'm going to say that she does not know that one.
I didn't know they were actual fighters.
I'll give you a hint. One of them was English. Neither of them know. Does anybody in this
Don Cheadle?
Anybody in this room know?
I know.
Who is it?
Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis is correct. British guy. Surprised you didn't know that. That's okay. It is 3-3, ladies and gentlemen, and we will now go to Rich's bonus question.
Hey. Okay. George Clooney breathes through his nose. Brad Pitt is apparently a mouth breather, but which actor in this movie breathes from their gills?
Oh, I know what this is.
George Clooney breathes through his nose.
You have to be a fan of the show
Brad
to get.
Pitt is apparently a mouth breather.
If this is the first episode you've ever listened to, you're going to have no context for this question.
But which actor in this movie breathes from their gills?
Jared's opening a bill.
All right, I believe I do go to Daniel Cotton first on this one. Daniel, what you got, buddy?
I'm going to say Casey Affleck.
Oh, it's good guess. Katie Morgan.
I wrote down that one guy because I have no idea, and then I put Matt Damon with a question mark next to it.
I have a guess.
Yep.
I'm going to go with your favorite fished mouth actress, Julia Roberts.
That is correct, Jared. Good job.
Thank you. Well, holy sweet Jesus. It's so offensive and just wrong. Now, you guys can really look forward to the Richter scale tonight. All right, anybody make up a super hard question, or do we just leave this as a tie? All right.
Super hard question.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep, he's got one.
Oh, okay. Wait, he's not armed.
Who originally was offered the role for Matt Damon?
There you go.
Oh, this was actually on the internet 2 days ago on our page. So if you watch the trivia, who was offered the role besides Matt Damon?
Was it?
Do I have to write it down?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give you three options.
You do have to write it down.
No
more.
super hard.
This is supposed to be super hard.
Oh, okay.
We should have traded. You should have asked the boxing question. That was a fucking hard question. I don't know. This fucking gills question was pretty hard too. All right. Let's just both show me your answers at the same time so that there's no cheating. Let's see what you got.
I have no idea.
No idea. And
See that? I wrote down Marky Mark because I can't spell Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark is absolutely the preferred name on this program.
Yes.
We appreciate it. That is correct. Katie Morgan with the come behind win after completely fucking up the tuxedo question.
What did Katie Morgan get? Come on her behind? What did you
Oh, stop it.
All right.
Don't do that.
All right.
She's a young married mother.
All right.
And
that's how she got
there is no way there's cum on her butt. That's you,
Rich,
by the way.
do we need to talk about how babies are made?
No, sorry.
Not with cum on the butt.
You didn't get butt pregnant?
That's because that's not how that happens.
That is not how it happens at all. Guys, thank you both so much. Daniel, thanks for staying up. Go get some sleep, dude. You got to work tomorrow. Katie, enjoy this time with your little baby asleep and just have a little bit of mommy me time.
That's not what Maury Povich told me, by the way.
Right. That what? That it doesn't come from...
It can happen that way.
Yeah, it could just happen anyway. Like, I know a chick that got pregnant from a toilet seat.
Exactly.
She swears.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, so we stayed together. All right, guys. We will be talking with both of you guys very, very soon. And thank you again. We love y'all. Take care.
Yeah.
Take care.
Tell that to Jesus.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Mr.
Denham. Billy Tim Denham.
Yes, did him like a gene.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Just like the gene.
Man, you got some lovely hands here. Do you moisturize?
I'm sorry?
I tried all sorts of brand of lotion. I even went fragrance-free for a whole year. Now, my sister, she uses aloe vera with a little sunscreen in it. Yes. And ideally speaking, we all should wear gloves to go to bed. But I found out that would be a little interference in my social agenda, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Plus, I get a reaction from the camphor. So I really don't get into the traditional remedies, you know.
I see, yeah. Let me tell you something. If you were willing to pay cash,
Yeah.
I might be able to drop that down to, say, $7.16 each.
No.
Yes, sir.
You do that.
So I couldn't figure out exactly what was happening here for a while. And actually, it was even after the scene was over that it sort of hit me. Like, I didn't realize he was muscling him. I just thought he was doing some, like, gay shit or something. Like, you moisturize, you know, like, just trying to, like, maybe. And then, you know, the thing you do when you shake hands with somebody and you put your pointer finger in their palm and, like, tickle their hand and shit. And it's supposed to mean that you want to fuck them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah.
No. You don't know what I'm talking about? I love that everybody except the couch. The couch, everybody. It's always the fucking couch. It's like, no, we don't know what that is. Well, everybody else in here fucking does. But I guess he's just squeezing the dude's hand, you know. And obviously, Bernie Mac is a big dude, you know.
Yeah, I think this kind of stuff totally works though. I can't do it, but it has to work. When you just makes the salesman so uncomfortable, he just wants to get rid of you.
Yeah.
You have any crazy car buying stories?
The only one that I have is when we were buying our very first van.
Van?
Yeah, we were back in Bowling for Soup.
Oh, okay.
So like we were buying the first Bowling for Soup van, and I had sent our drummer at the time, Lance was in the band for the first 4 years, and Lance and I were best friends since kindergarten and shit, and like. So he was out looking for the first van or whatever, and I don't know if you guys think this funny, but I think it's funny. And so he is looking at the van, and the salesman just walked up to him and just goes, "Vacation time?" And I thought it was the fucking funniest thing that's ever happened. Lance was like, "Why would I be looking at a $800 van to go on vacation? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?" You know? He goes, "No, we're in a band." I went, "Oh, you're in a band? I'm a musician." And it like became basically this thing where he had to get the fuck out of there. Like, this dude is the worst. He's essentially just trying to make conversation with anything. But no, man, we car buying. Now, you know what I do. I just fucking call a friend, and he has a friend at every... at some sort of car lot for each of the manufacturers, right. And then they just bring me the car and take the old one, and that's it. Yeah, there's no.
Do you get it at cost?
No. We get a decent. He makes sure that the deal is good or whatever. But you know, when I bought the Ford, the dude knew I was famous. I think I got to hook up a little bit, but it was like in Waxahachie and shit. And it was just, oh no, I know what it was. They gave me free maintenance, but I'm not driving to Waxahachie. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah. So I'm not doing that. But no, you car buying?
No, I just just the whole thing of you stay there until you get a better deal.
It's my least favorite thing in the world.
I can imagine. I can totally imagine you hating that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's the fucking worst thing ever.
It's not a fun experience, but if you want a good deal, you have to just camp out there. Yeah. And like make sure that he's not getting home before 1 a.m.
Well, and the big trick they do, especially if you have a trade, the first thing they do is take that car and you never see it again. Like, it's a pain in the ass to get that thing back.
Right.
Yeah. You like, even if you're just like, hey, I just want to see how much this is worth or whatever, fucking worst thing you could ever do. Like, you can see how much it's worth, but I'm not giving you the keys.
Yep.
Well, we got to take it back to the thing.
You definitely should shop around to get the best price on your trade-in first before you do anything about another car.
But car buying's changed. I mean, like, Gary buys all his cars at, like, CarMax.
Yeah.
And you just walk up and just buy the car.
I can't do that.
Yeah?
Well, that's where you go to. You get a price there for your car, your trade-in car.
Yeah.
You get a price there for it. They give you a CarMax paper for it. It's good for like 2 weeks or whatever.
Okay.
Then you go around shopping for new cars, and then you see what they're going to give you, and you go, and they're always not going to give you shit for your trade-in.
Right.
And so then you go, what kind of bullshit is this? I can get this at CarMax, and you're not gonna. And then they're on the defensive.
Right.
Now he knows I'm full of shit. Now I got to be.
I just hate the whole like.
It's a pain. I
got to go talk to my manager. Then the manager has to go talk to this guy.
Yeah,
then they send another guy.
No,
in.
he goes in there and they just bullshit for a minute.
Exactly.
Comes back, he's not really.
Don't you just
to him.
hate salespeople in general?
Yeah, so they're worse.
I try not to because I realize that it's.
You are a salesperson.
What?
You can't hate a salesperson.
What did you just say to me?
You are a salesperson.
Hey, I didn't just say that I hate salespeople. I try not to hate salespeople. I understand that it's a job,
right?
But I really don't need to go. I don't. God damn it! If you're long-winded with me at the cash register or whatever, and like I could save you this much, and this and this, but like you've.
Oh my God, Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, don't say that.
What?
It was positive experience. But there was a new manager at Chuck E. Cheese the other day, and he just had me up at the guy. By the way, and he talked to me too long. But this Chuck E. Cheese now, they have this thing where you don't buy tokens,
Or you don't
you
have
buy
to.
time. So you can just go play all the games you want for like an hour,
Main events like
or
that
whatever.
now. Yeah, main
everybody's
events.
switching to this.
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah.
it's great. Well,
I
do
like
not.
that.
I do not endorse main event. This Chuck E. Cheese is the shit.
I didn't mean that. I was just using it as a reference.
Is that really what they're doing? They're buying you by time now?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Time.
And you know
It
what?
is
Especially because
awesome.
the little
I'm
kids.
gonna make it more awesome. Guess what? When your pizza comes, you can pause your card 2 times during your visit. So, like, let's say you got to take a dump. I'm gonna be in there, 15 minutes.
Wow.
I'm gonna pause that thing.
Yep.
Going right in there.
Dude.
Then I come back out. I play a game. Activates again. My food comes. Whatever. Pause
That's
the
a
car.
game changer.
That is a game changer.
Yeah. Guess what it
makes
is?
me want to go. Now.
I want to go. Let's go.
Let's get in there.
It's fun. We found a game we really like.
We really did, actually. Yeah, at Chuck E. Cheese, there's this new game where you get all these ping pong balls. It sounds insane, but there's like 100
Do they
squares.
shoot out of vaginas?
What?
Wow.
At Chuck E. Cheese?
Chuck E.
That is
Cheese?
the wrong trip, sir.
Took a turn.
Sorry.
Anyway, go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Why were you at Chuck E. Cheese forever?
I have a 5-year-old.
Okay, tell me about Benedict. That guy's a machine.
Good afternoon, Mr. Benedict.
He arrives at the Bellagio every day at 2 p.m. Same car, same driver.
All right, Tommy, how's the baby? Very well, thank you.
Remembers every valet's name on the way in. Not bad for a guy worth $750 million. Offices are upstairs. He works hard, hits the lobby floor at 7 on the nose.
Good evening, sir. Boy, Frank, how's the family?
Spends 3 minutes on the floor with his casino manager.
What do they talk about?
All business. Benedict likes to know what's going on in his casinos, likes to be in control. There's rarely an incident he doesn't know about or handle personally.
Oh, Benny LA, ¿cómo estás? Benny.
Spends a few minutes glad-handing the high rollers.
Oh, I can meet tonight.
He's fluent in Spanish, German, and Italian, and he's taking Japanese lessons. He's getting pretty good at it.
Matinee.
He's out by 7:30 when an assistant hands him a black portfolio.
Thank you, Don.
Contents, the day's take, and new security codes. Then he heads to the restaurant.
Yeah, that's a day. He's got him figured out.
So he's Cuban, right?
Yeah.
Right. I just remember him before this because he kind of disappeared before this movie. There wasn't a whole lot he was doing like for a good 5-year stint. Someone can look that up in the chat room and make sure I'm being truthful about that. But I just recall him sort of dropping off the face of the earth, and then boom, he's in these 3 movies.
He did that movie where his wife's an alcoholic or whatever, and
Meg Ryan?
Was it Meg Ryan that was like the alcoholic? And
It was either that or Sandy Bullock.
no, that can't be it. She doesn't play a drinker.
It must have been Meg Ryan then. I think it was Meg Ryan. Anyway, but he was sort of being groomed. I felt like he was being groomed as the next Al Pacino for a while.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and it was sort of, there was De Niro, and then it was Al Pacino, and then it was Andy Garcia, and then he just sort of said, you know what, I'm not going to do that, I guess.
Maybe he didn't have to work anymore. Maybe he just made a
I
bunch of
don't know.
money. And
Maybe he had
decided
kids
take
and
a
wanted to
little
spend time
off.
with them. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, now
but I
he's
just
in the
remember
book club that's out right now in theaters.
Is he? So that's a movie that's out now?
with the rest of the old people.
Yep.
My mom desperately wants to see.
I want to see it too. It looks good.
But is it an old people movie?
Yeah.
What, Murder
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, it's like
What?
Jane Fonda and
Murder, She
Diane
Wrote?
Keaton and,
It's
you
like
know.
Murder, She Wrote.
Oh,
in the movie.
jeez.
And it's about books. Holy shit. That's fucking crazy. Unbelievable. His day is pretty kick-ass, right? He gets into work at 2 o'clock. You know?
But he works till 1 or 2
Yeah,
in the morning.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's a different sort of thing. But it's like, you know, it's like me and Casey's life if we didn't have kids.
Oh, God, I'm so glad we have kids.
What do you mean? We still have
I
to.
can't even imagine what our life would be like. I mean,
Your
it would
life
be
is
out of
still kind of like
what
that.
would,
What are you
what's
talking
your
about?
anchor?
Yeah.
You guys would be just.
It would be bad.
It'd be balls to the wall, Rich. Trust me.
We got to get up and work, though. Like, we get up and do our shit. We take care of our day.
Tell me this is not about her, or I am walking. I am walking off this job right now. Tess, Terry Benedict. Tell me this is not about screwing the guy who's screwing your wife.
Ex-wife.
Tell me.
It's not about that. It's not entirely about that. Russ, you remember when we first got into this business? We said we were going to play the game like we had nothing to lose. Well, I lost something. I lost someone. That's why I'm here.
Okay, here's the problem. Now we're stealing two things. And when push comes to shove, if you can't have both, what you gonna choose? And remember, Tess does not split 11 ways.
If everything goes to plan, then I won't be the one that has to make that choice. How'd she look?
She look good.
Great scene together.
So great. Their chemistry it really is
It's
amazing.
insane. It's insane.
It's absolutely amazing.
It's weird seeing Vegas like one street away from the strip from behind. Like,
That's
you know
not,
what I mean?
That's not real.
Why?
What's not real?
That location is not real. That Vegas is getting piped into that shit in the background.
Oh, I understand that. But I'm just saying that is a thing, though. There are like shitty little places like that just literally a street away.
You're saying that like some areas you live in Utah and you see the mountains over there. Here you're seeing Vegas.
No, I just mean like one street away. There's just a warehouse because they have to have 1,000 pallets of ice sitting there waiting for to go right into the casino 1 block away.
Yeah.
But when you look at it from the sort of the outside of the strip into the strip, it's weird. Like when you're driving down that one road that's down the strip, but it's not. It's on the other side of the strip.
Yeah.
Like there's the highway right there.
Yeah.
And you're on like the access road.
Yeah.
And it's just industrial looking. It's like
Yeah.
terribly shitty. But just one street away is like heavenly paradise. It's crazy.
Glamour and money and just
it's insane how the dividing line on that strip is the way that
just that whole city. I mean, the whole city exists on 2 streets.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, I mean, there's the strip and there's downtown.
Right.
That's it.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it really is. I mean, that's a good point. You know, you there's no desire for anyone anywhere to go anywhere else.
Right.
No.
Yeah. If you're there,
Not at all.
that's where you go.
All right, I'll make this quick. I came here for you. When I get on with my life, I want you with me.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief. I don't do that anymore.
Steal.
Lie.
I'm with someone now who doesn't have to make that kind of distinction.
No, he's very clear on both.
You know what your problem is?
I only have one.
You've met too many people like you. I'm with Terry now.
Does he make you laugh?
He doesn't make me cry.
Burn.
Ouch.
And he has $160 million. And as soon as you have $160 million, I'll drop him and switch over to you.
Then you can make me laugh.
I thought that he doesn't make me cry line was
That's a
fucking
amazing scene.
brilliant. And she does this thing with her voice where when she says a line like that, she sort of like makes it like dip out, like her voice like sort of cracks or some shit.
Can you try it? Let me do it.
Okay, let me go. He
Sounds
doesn't.
like-
He doesn't make me cry. No, that's not good.
Did he
doesn't
make you cry?
He-
Or- damn.
No, ask me. So ask me if he made me laugh. Go ahead.
Does he make you laugh?
Is that your George Clooney? It sounded like Dolph
Make you laugh.
Lundgren. Go ahead, Batman.
Does it make you laugh?
He doesn't make me cry. That wasn't good.
No.
Yeah, I'm not very good.
I don't know if Julia Roberts is your.
That's probably not my thing. No,
No.
Just open up more.
I do actually think she's really pretty though.
Yeah.
So all of this stems from one thing. If he doesn't get that package delivered into the not the safe, but the vault,
right?
That's the whole deal blown, right?
Right.
You got to get that in there.
Right.
It's a big ask, you know?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just don't know. Again, I don't want to just continually pick the movie, but
it's a Vegas casino. They have plenty of vaults.
Well, that's
they
what
have
he
plenty
mentioned.
of safes.
He mentioned that. He's like, we have plenty here.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I liked how he said, I don't want old ladies' pearls, and what was the other thing he said?
Yeah,
it just
I don't remember.
it was something else where you're like, oh shit, that's probably actually a thing where people come in and they're like, hey, I'm super rich, I'm from this country or
Right.
whatever, and I want to put this in the hotel vault, which is so stupid. You would have it with you anyway. I was like, what the fuck is the point? You know?
And why would you bring him?
Just put a do not disturb sign.
So wear your fancy
Yeah,
jewelry
on
in
your
Vegas.
room. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And there's a safe in there.
Okay.
There's a safe in there. You push in the 4 numbers and press pound.
That's exactly right.
That shit is secure.
Yes.
Right?
Until the security guy comes in and goes, 888, boop, pops open. I've watched it before.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
That's how they get into that?
I'm sure.
I don't trust those things.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, fuck it,
Because
I'll
what
put my
if you
passport
lock
in
it
there. But
forever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely an override.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, the override. With
I
the
mean,
security.
Unplug it and plug it back in. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Unplug it.
I'm going to be honest about something.
You just stick a little pin in the back in that little tiny hole.
I actually, this is a true story. I actually do have a safe. There's nothing in it that it's like the old plans to my old house, and then the kids have some savings bonds in there and shit. And it came from the old house. Oh, and a bunch of photos and stuff because it's fireproof and yada. And,
God forbid you just take a picture of them. And
I
stick
lost
them online.
I lost the fucking key.
Oh.
And you can't get in the
Just
thing.
burn them. Oh, okay.
You can't get in there or whatever. So anyway, I've gone through the website and all that shit. It's not that easy. Like, I guess I'm gonna have to take it to like a locksmith and shit.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to break in there or whatever. I thought about getting dynamite and stuff, but my neighbor's an asshole. You know. So, sorry, John.
Did I tell you about?
No, that's on the other side.
Oh, you're right.
Did I tell you about the time I locked myself out of my house and I had to call a locksmith?
No.
And he pulled up. I'm outside waiting for him. And he's walking towards my door. He's looking at my door. And as he's from here, from me to you, he's looking at my door. He's got this huge keychain on his side. He's just staring at my doorknob, constantly walking towards my door. He's looking at my knob, and he just whips a key out and not stopping, just walks straight into the door, puts the key in, and turns it and walks inside.
Are you fucking serious?
That's
It was
terrifying.
that fast.
That is
he
fucking
never stopped
terrifying.
walking. He just identified what kind of lock it was, grabbed the right key, stuck it in there, and turned it and walked inside.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
scary.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing, you know? I mean, you gotta... man, that's fucking scary, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10, or 11. It's the Richter scale again.
Julia Roberts. All right, any guesses on my score? And I actually, before you guys guess, I was going to pan the shit out of her and go 1, 1, 1, 1, but I didn't do it. I actually took this very seriously.
Wait, hold on. Okay, before you ask us for guesses, haven't you done this before?
No, I did Bridget on Pretty Woman.
Bridget?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did her hooker friend.
No, I did. No, I didn't. I did the classy lady from Father Knows Best. She was the one that helped her with the clothes at the very beginning.
That was the lady from
I
Father
think it was
Knows
the hooker
Best.
friend.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I did Bridget. I was like, obviously I'm going to do the only hot girl in this movie, and then I did Bridget.
That's really that was a great idea you had that one time.
Thanks.
Holy shit!
Go
Hold
check
on.
out Pretty Woman.
Let me see this.
I think I know your score.
It's opening a bit.
4.5.
Okay, 4.5. Anyone else?
There is no possible way, if you took this completely seriously,
I took it very seriously.
there's no possible way that is that low of a score. So remind us again what that.
I
Okay,
didn't
so,
say it was 4.5. He said it was 4.5.
I know.
How
but
are we
hold on.
rating her?
Okay, yeah. So for those of us, and let's do a little history.
Okay.
Because we haven't explained this in a while.
Yeah.
The Richter scale is borrowed from the sign on Caddyshack. In the locker room.
They had a 12-point scale for
12-point scale.
I thought that was very sexist and demeaning.
Right. So
I came up with an 11-point
11-point scale, which is what? What are the categories?
Hair, eyes, nose, mouth, face, arms, boobs, waist, ass, legs, overall, and then it gives you a total.
What's the 12th one
average.
that was? Do you remember?
They did like feet and armpits. Remember, it was.
Why
weird
wouldn't you do feet? That's an important one,
No.
dude. Girl has jacked feet.
Well,
Jared checks out.
You can't. A lot of the people don't show their feet in the movies, so it's hard to see that.
I understand, but you can find pictures of them. I've done it. All right, so this is where Rich gives his the Richter scale to Julia Roberts. This is a big one of the most famous actresses in the entire world. Anybody now, Casey? You're pretty good at guessing.
No, I used to be. I'm not good at it anymore.
Do you want to take a guess at what it's going to be?
I think it's like 7'2".
7'2". Okay.
Sean. 6'9". It's my height. All right. Let's go.
I think it's 5'9".
You're right. I added a foot.
Everybody knows guys always add a foot whenever they.
And it's 18 inches long. By the way.
Nice.
That's a funny joke that I just told about my dick.
Right.
All right. If my sister's listening, I am super sorry about that last joke. All right. John, you want to take a guess? You don't know what this thing is like, but it gets low real quick. I will tell you that, but he will surprise you.
Yeah,
sometimes.
0 to 11.
So I'm picking his number, right?
You're picking what he thinks.
Yeah, what
I
he
give her a
thinks.
fucking 15.
Wait, he already said he doesn't really like it.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. Go
But
ahead.
he said he took it seriously this
I
time.
took it very
so.
seriously.
5'8".
Okay.
5'8". All right.
What did you say?
I don't like to guess. Okay, I'm going to guess, though. I'm going to say 7.8.
0.8. Okay.
I
Ready?
changed mine to 8.
Change your
I'm going to go to 8.1.
I'm gonna go 4.
Wait a minute, I'm going to change mine too. I'm going 7.9.
I've watched Prices Right.
Motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. Your turn was over.
All right. And Sean yours was 6'9", and yours was
4.5.
4.5. Okay.
5'8".
Julia Roberts, hair 10. She has great hair. You have to give it to her.
She does.
I'm already out.
Eyes 9. She's got really pretty eyes. They're brown though, so she can't get the extra 2 points to get to the 11.
What has to be? They have to be blue.
They have to be blue or green.
Okay.
Yeah. Or some kind of like crazy hazel. Like
exotic.
You can't just have shit brown eyes. I have shit brown eyes.
Shit-
I would not
shit
give
brown
myself.
eyes.
You just can't. I'm sorry. Nose 5. Her nose is fucking hideous. Terrible.
Jesus Christ.
Mouth. Her lips are okay, but her teeth are just jacked. And okay, 6 for a mouth.
Jack, they're like the
Oh.
straightest teeth in the history of the
They're,
world.
no, because I looked and they got gaps in them. And
There's no
everything.
gaps.
It just didn't work for me.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so for the face, and this is what I wanted to talk about. So for the face, I gave her a 6, even though she's got hair 10, eyes 9, and all that. Here, I figured out what's wrong and why she has. It feels like she has a fish mouth to me, and it's her face is so skinny that and her features are so huge. Her eyes are huge. Her nose is huge, and her mouth is giant. It's like Joker mouth. But her face is so skinny though that it just makes it look super weird to me.
Well,
so anyway,
that's what I call a
so arms 7,
work.
boobs 4. There's nothing
Casey,
special about
could
her.
you tell him
4.
what
There's
she
nothing-
has boobs?
She has nothing special about her.
You know,
Riches, body
implants,
shaming. Waist
shots.
7, ass 6. She doesn't have a great ass. Legs 8. She's got nice legs. Overall, I just don't. I find her attractive at all. A 6. That gives her a total of 6.7. My man Sean over here is only 0.2 away from.
But you went 6'9".
Yeah,
you overbid.
It doesn't matter.
You've seen Prices Right, bitches. Who was under that?
No, it doesn't work like that.
You went what?
5'8".
I know it doesn't work like that. Jesus Christ. Commit to the bit.
Any idea how this happened?
No.
Oh, come on. He's been chasing Benedict's girl. The two of them got in an argument 2 nights ago. I was tailing you.
And who told you to do that?
I did. I was concerned you couldn't leave Tess alone.
Who's Tess?
My wife. Ex-wife.
Tess is here?
I'm sorry. I didn't know if it would sting you, but it did. You're out, Danny.
He's out?
It's either that or we call the whole thing off. His involvement puts us all at risk.
This is not your call.
Oh, you made it my call. When you put her before us, you made it mine.
This is my job.
Can't just be out. Who's going to trigger the vault?
Kid, you up for it? I can do it. Done. Locate the others, let them know the change in plan. Curtain goes up at 7.
Tess is with Benedict now? She's too tall for him.
I love that line. So good.
Did anybody get confused about this, though?
No.
This whole storyline?
No.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is this planned or is this not planned?
That's exactly, so when you say confused, I thought the same thing. Like, is Brad Pitt and George Clooney in on this? This is a whole thing to get the kid to do this whole job anyway?
I don't know.
Because he definitely timed his going back with security.
Because at this point you go, oh, he got flagged. They're just doing an audible.
Right.
Isn't that like a football term?
It is. Good
Audible.
job, Rich. Absolutely fucking great idea.
Roadhouse.
Thank you. So, but at this point, you think it's. But then later on, there's tons of clues that go, oh, well, they were just fucking with him.
Yeah. Well, he never acknowledges.
They both knew.
Exactly. They both knew.
But
it became a
why
thing.
does that make sense? I don't know. I got confused about that.
I think maybe that the fact that maybe that was the end of that conversation where he says, hey, if this is about her, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they left that conversation. He's like, hey, I'm here to get something back, or, you know, this and that. Maybe that's it. It's just like, dude, well, you can't do this job, obviously, because you're made. So we've got to get the kid to do it, and they haven't really given him a job yet, is what I'm saying.
I mean, I know why they did it theatrically, because they needed us to have some kind of like, oh my God.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they pulled a fast one. You know, cinematically I understand it, but like I just didn't get why they would do that in real life.
Well, at this point,
Matt Damon
didn't have a role. I mean, he was just watching people.
Yeah, watching.
They just kept giving him busy.
Well, I mean, he did pickpocket the codes, the key codes
after this.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
No, what I'm saying is, at this point, all he's been doing is tailing the boss and tailing George Clooney.
But part of his thing is to be the NT or the.
It became that.
Yeah, that wasn't his job at first.
Oh, really?
It became that because basically George Clooney got made.
Well, George Clooney wasn't gonna do that, was he?
I thought the same thing, but he was until that meeting at that table. That's what I'm saying. That's why Brad Pitt and George Clooney were in on that thing the whole time, and it became Matt Damon's job. At that point, he didn't have a job yet.
Camper Chick says they needed Danny to be on the outs and keep him public so Terry would think the main goal was Tess.
Right. Well, that makes sense too.
Maybe.
You know, obviously, I mean, he didn't. I mean, the suspicion was there. Obviously, I thought I could have really done without him. On, I guess we'll get there in a second. But yeah, fuck it. All right. So Saul isn't feeling well. That's another thing that sort of threw me. Like, was he not feeling well?
Yeah, he was not feeling well in his room by himself.
And then he faked a heart attack.
And then he was fine.
I
think it was a pill. I think he had to take a pill to make it. It was letting him wind down. What's it called? Become sick. Did y'all not probably get that?
I didn't get that. Like
because he passed out. He had to pass out some way.
Yeah, but the pill. I see what you're saying about the pill.
It was making him nauseous.
I just assumed that was
because he was sick and he was taking medicine.
I thought it was like an antacid because he had ulcers. But you're saying that maybe they did that to slow his heart down.
Yes.
I don't know.
Actually, you know what? This actually makes a lot of sense because he did ask him, like, are you sure you're up for this? And it's a very much like he's old. Like maybe they did. Like maybe they gave him a drug that slowed his heart. It made him. I mean, he was obviously in distress.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Something was going on when he was standing there.
And he was probably hoping it would kick in at the right time instead of like.
Exactly. Well, he took it standing in front of the guy.
Yep.
And the guy asked him, like, are you okay? And then all of a sudden he passes out. And maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe that was part of the deal.
Maybe.
Like the guy had to.
If it was, they definitely didn't like translate that well.
They didn't get into it, but maybe that's why we're sitting here talking about it. Oh, no, it's just because we're doing a podcast. Well, that's a whole thing, too.
Mr. Benedict, I'm afraid you've been employing an ex-convict. And as you know, the NGC...
Goddamn cracker.
Excuse me?
You heard what I said. Black man can't earn a decent wage in this state.
That is
Or crack a
absolutely
cowboy like you gonna try to throw me out on the
sir.
street.
No, I'm trying to do my job,
Yeah,
sir.
do your job. What you want from me, man? Want me to get on the table and dance? You like me to shine your shoes? Want me to smile at you? You definitely won't let me deal the cars. You might as well call it White Jack.
What to say? That's sorry, Mr. Man. I just resent the implication that race has anything to do with this.
Yeah, right.
Horrible thing to say. But you, sir, of all people, know that we at the NGC have always supported the hiring of colored. I didn't.
Okay, come on, sit down.
Sit down. You better talk to him.
I thought that the thing right after this, though, again, it just shows how much research they did. Where he goes, "Do you know such and such over there?" That's you know, and he goes, "Well, not since he passed away."
Yeah,
it was. I thought that was brilliant. I mean, again,
because he pauses and you go, "Oh shit."
Yeah, he's fucked.
How the fuck's he gonna answer
Right.
that? And then you realize he's pausing because, well, I'm
he's
sad.
He's taking a breath.
Yeah, because he's dead.
Because he died. Yeah. This person that I've never met.
That's a risky move, though, in case you like ran into that dude last week or something, you know?
Yeah, well, I think the point is that they knew, they did like their research and were like, okay, here's a guy that works for this place. Here's a guy that works for this place. Here's a guy who recently died. You know, if you
Yeah,
get
that
asked
had to
about
have been
this,
like that, yeah.
you know, here's a fact about everybody in case you get interrogated. Because again, anybody could walk up to somebody and be like, I'm from the Nevada Gaming Administration or whatever. And, you know, obviously, I'm sure they don't like when they come in there. It's like when what is it?
Freaking TDLR.
What's the thing that goes into bars? TBAC, TABC, or whatever. Like
yeah,
bars.
we have TDLR, the Texas Department of License and Regulation. They'll come in and they'll fucking fine the fuck out of you for everything.
So explain that, because you're a hairstylist.
Why do you guys need to be regulated like that? Why can't some
Well, it's a hygiene.
Sanitation.
It's hygiene. Yeah, it's It's
and licensing, they're making sure people are licensed and not just doing it. So they'll come in and
because
check licensing.
dude,
And
you don't even fucking know.
There's so many
They can
unlicensed
do
hairstylists.
some fucked up shit to people, man. She just had.
Oh, yeah. If my phone's dead, or I'd show him.
No, well, just tell him about it.
So a friend of mine, one of her clients was like, "Oh yeah, my friend had like a really bad accident recently," and she showed a picture. It was like, I mean, a palm-sized chemical burn that was like so scarred and scabbed that she's never going to grow her hair again in that spot. Yeah. I mean, and probably bigger. I mean, I don't know, like a big fist
it's
size.
Big.
And I mean, it was awful. She had to have like skin grafts and all types of stuff.
Man.
And it was an unlicensed hairstylist working in one of those booths that just fucking put some crazy shit on her head, and it just,
But why
it's
just
horrible.
to cut hair? Like, why does a male barber need
Barbers actually
get extra licensing.
they actually have to go through more rigorous shit.
Why?
Because they can shave you.
Because it's straight razor. It's on your skin. It's, you know.
Oh, I'm just saying.
That's
cut hair.
Yeah, but a barber is like a step above even what Casey does.
That's weird.
Because it's really easy to fucking cut somebody's ear. That's actually true. Those things bleed a lot.
Happened to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's all types of stuff, and most of it is sanitation.
Oh wait,
and
I
stuff.
didn't mean shut up. I just was.
But-
That
Wait,
was more of like a bingo.
So if they're licensed, they automatically can't cut someone's ear? Because I've been cut before.
You can, but you've
Jesus
been,
Christ, Rich.
No,
you
but,
know
but
what the fuck we're talking
At least you know
about.
it's somebody that's gone through some training, and it is sanitation. You're not getting some like, I mean, fucking scalps and hair are gross. Okay, like. There really are. I mean, you're using clippers on somebody's head, like the other people's skin's going in that. You know, like, I mean, it's gross. Like
you're not. You have to. So they like. You know, they're supposed to clean their combs and all this shit. Like, you can get disease from somebody else's hair.
cleaning the shampoo bowls and things like, you know, just things where you're just, I don't know. But so TDLR will come in and like they'll do it. You know, sometimes it's once a year, sometimes it's twice a year, sometimes it's every 3 years. You just never know when they're coming, and they pop in and they check everybody's licensing. And then they'll go through and check
Let me ask you a question.
tools and.
Do they always clean the combs and the clippers and all that stuff after?
Does everybody? No. Did I? Yes. Like
No, I'm not trying to bust you.
yeah,
up.
no, I know, but I'm like weird about it. But
because I feel like they don't do it between people.
oh, not always. I mean, if I had a dirty hairbrush, I would put it in a spot for dirty hairbrushes, and all my clean ones would be the ones that I would use. You know?
But like clippers,
Yeah.
they don't clean the clipper, the guards.
They're supposed to.
Clean the guard.
There's no way they clean the guards.
Why?
It's supercuts, is what I'm saying. Like,
I
if
bet
go
some.
to
I mean, honestly, I bet some of those
They're
places
not-
are actually more strict about it than like the.
they're not pulling it out of of that blue water. Or
I
whatever.
knew you were going to say that.
Out of what?
Out of that blue water.
You can put them in there.
No, I'm saying I've never once seen them pull it out of blue water. They're just sitting there.
Well, because you're supposed to. Yeah, I bet a lot of them aren't. But I bet, in a lot of those chains that, I guess depends on if it's franchised or not. They're actually probably more strict than if you just walked into some whatever barbershop. But yeah, you're supposed to clean them afterwards. Everything. Anything that's about to touch another person, you just have a new cape.
She's
new
not saying
everything.
that. She's not saying that they do it. She's saying they're supposed to do it.
No, I know what she's saying.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just saying
I've worked at
there's
salons where
because
people
I've
were
never
disgusting.
seen them pull it out of the blue water.
I worked
It's
at a
never
salon.
happened.
I worked at a Tony and Guy in Austin when I first started doing hair, and TDLR came in and everybody fucking bailed. Apparently nobody in there was licensed. It was
wow.
crazy. Everyone just on my lunch break. But I always locked up my drawer when I left because I was an independent contractor, so I worked for myself within the building. So that a TDLR came, they could never open and look in my drawers if I wasn't there to put
Right.
it together. Because I would clean in the mornings, not at the end of the day. It was shop's closed, you can't get in. You know.
Yeah.
They don't take the stuff out of the water though, dude. That's stuff that's been used that day. They're supposed
That's
to be
the dirty
using,
stuff.
They're using different stuff. Then that stuff goes in the blue water.
So they would have to have
2 sets.
No, they
Dude,
would have.
what do they
3
need to do your hair? A comb.
I'm saying they use clippers on my hair. So
Okay.
the clipper guards are
they-
just sitting there. There's not sets that she's bringing out here. It's my new set for you. And this is going off.
No,
And then
but
now
there
I've
is-
got a new set for the next person.
No,
that
but
never happens.
there is things. There's brushes where you can brush them off with the hair, and there's sprays that go on them, sanitation sprays and stuff.
Okay, so
There's easier ways of doing it. It's not always just the blue water.
Okay.
Oh, I'll have to ask
But-
my girl that next time.
Well, she's going to tell you that she does because she doesn't want her ass to sound gross.
She has no blue water thing.
She probably does in the back. You have to legally have.
No, they don't. They don't always set it in front of you. That's
yeah,
what I'm
as I
saying.
say, we have the barbicide in the back. We used to in the back of the salon. And there has to be one per stylist, and
because it looks nice. It doesn't look nice if it's there in front of you. That's like a barbershop.
That's barbershop stuff. Yeah.
exactly.
When I worked at Mel's, we had it right in front. And that stuff they're really picky about. So you have to take the
what?
If you lift up the barbicide
It's
thing
right there.
and you see hair in there, that's
I
a fine.
dropped it. It's right there, dude.
Yeah.
I dropped it. Yeah.
So there, you have to change that every day because
The blue water is called barbicide?
Barbicide, yeah.
Okay.
You ever get do you get pedicures ever?
Nope.
They always have to bring those out, and they're already sanitized, wrapped and shit. Like you're
Yeah,
getting a
I've seen-
tattoo.
yeah, that happened.
You know why? Because they used to not do that, and you know how they put the plastic layer over in the tub or whatever, like a saran wrap thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah, I know. What
Because when they don't do that, all of that fungus and shit gets around on where the tub is, and you essentially stick your feet in just
Well, yeah, they used
contaminated.
before those things. They used to have to they had legally you have to have because I'm technically licensed for that too. I'm licensed for that and esthetician work, but you would have to have a log.
when do you want to do my toes?
Fuck no.
She is not doing your toes,
No,
dude.
never.
I'll pay you.
I would
Fucking
never
weird.
do anybody's feet. That's not my job. But yeah, but they used to have to keep a log where you had to write down every single client and everything to do it because they would have to scrub it so much. People were getting their freaking legs were falling off and shit.
Really bad.
Oh,
no.
no.
it got fucking crazy.
That's why you're not supposed to shave your legs before you go get a pedicure because you get all that bacteria in those open things.
Yikes!
I put a flame to my
You've
leg
talked
today.
me out of pedicures.
So the result of that is me going, I really need a pedicure, so I won't shave my legs, and then I wait a week. So that's where I'm at right now. So I've got really hairy legs and a bad pedicure right now.
You haven't shaved for a week?
Maybe not.
I don't care. It doesn't bug me.
Going to video now.
The eye in the sky ASAP. We have a man down and he appears to be unconscious.
Oh! Now, you really didn't think I was going to sit this one out, did you?
What, you didn't trust me?
I do now. Come on.
So he didn't trust him? Why didn't he trust him?
I guess he didn't and now does. I mean, maybe that was his test.
That was
you
that.
know?
That whole storyline was confusing.
I just think that maybe they just didn't trust him the whole time. They didn't give him any sort of, I don't know. It really
Yeah,
is.
maybe it was easier just to put him on the spot than to prep him for this big job.
Yeah.
Hey, that's winning your
And I
stripes.
feel like they even kind of fucked. I think they were even
fucking
fucking with him from the beginning because he was just like, and don't do this and don't do this. Oh, and most importantly, and then he walked off. And he's just like looking like, wait, what? What's the most important thing?
I
Like,
remember that. That was great.
I would have been the whole time like, you got to tell me what the most important thing is.
yeah,
Like,
and they're probably just like, he'll be able to get the fucking book. It's not a big deal. Like, just freaking him out.
By the way, you guys want to hear? I realize we're going a little bit late because I do want to tell you the greatest casino story in the history of me and Gary. I love to gamble. I love it. I love to play blackjack. I love to play dice, whatever. And over the course of several years, I've gotten Gary is very into it as well. And we have many, many stories about us at casinos and things, and some of them are not the most flattering for me, and vice versa. But this one night we were at our favorite casino and it's our favorite because it was kind of a dump. It was really old, and they've since knocked it down. It was called the Sahara. It was at the end of the strip. It's right across, right across the street from the Stratosphere.
Oh yeah.
And it was our favorite place because you could go in there like at the end of we'd already played that night in Vegas or whatever.
Yep.
And and it's dollar blackjack. Nobody gives a shit. Like in fact, you're not even playing with chips. You're playing with silver coins or whatever because that's what they give you as dollars there and shit. Like it was just a shitty, smoky fucking place, right? Well, we were on a tear. And I mean, on a tear meaning like we had sat there and drank all fucking night. Both of us were up a few $100. That's sort of the goal. You're not in there to take over the fucking resort. You're there to drink for free and not lose
your money.
As much money as you would have spent on alcohol.
Right.
That's the goal of Vegas. You know that, and again, if you're ever there with me, I will tell you that as we're rolling in. Like, how much would you spend on a night out?
Yep.
That's when that much is gone, then you're on a binge.
Yeah, the whole time we were there, like I'll come back, I'll be like, I lost $40.
Oh hell!
And he always, every single time, doesn't matter what it is, he'll go, did you have $40 worth of fun? And I'm like, I did have $40 worth of fun.
Exactly.
Then it's fine.
And that's the point. Here's some more money.
Absolutely.
So we're sitting there, and we are at this point. We are solid kicking fucking ass, and we've been sitting at this table for hours, just
winning,
and we're winning. So at this point, we're both up, probably in the $500 to $600 range. Again, it's blackjack. You don't go there to pay the light bill or to take over a casino. You're just there to have fun and drink for free. But we're killing it, and this guy looks a little bit shady. I'm at third base, which means I'm at the end of the table. So she deals to first base first, third base last. Yeah, so I'm over here. Gary is actually sat next to me because the table is emptied out, but it's just me and him playing against her. So a guy comes and he sits in the middle, and he puts his money out there or whatever. And we're playing, and again, we can't fucking lose.
Yep.
We're just
printing.
Printing money.
Yeah, I've been there.
Right? And so all of a sudden, I mean, just like out of nowhere, this plexiglass fucking like shield comes from flying over with the security guard, and it just goes over all the money, right? And they're like, sorry guys, this table's closed, right? And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, we're fucking kicking ass, and we're just drunk and winning and happy. And Gary's like, that's bullshit. Like, you can't just kick us off the table because we're winning, right? Like, and I'm like, yeah, fuck this place. This place sucks. Like, we're not leaving. Like, we're going to keep on going on this thing. Do not reshuffle anything. We're kicking ass, blah, blah, blah. We're trying to get out of it. And, they were just like, we're going to have to ask you guys to step away from the table, please. And
did you get your money? What was the plexiglass?
Okay, so
covering?
it covered all their money.
Okay.
My money's still right here.
Yeah.
The problem is we're in the middle of a hand, and like we both.
You were in the middle of a hand.
We both have good cards, and so we both think like we're about to win more, and we have a shitload of money betting right now.
That sucks.
Okay,
they can't fucking do that.
All right, but here's what happens.
Shady dude.
We fucking step back. Fucking guy who had sat beside us had whipped his dick out and taken a piss on the dealer's feet.
Oh.
So what had happened was she had just looked down and said some kind of code word, and that motherfucking table would shut down so fast. We had no idea. We thought it was us. We're like, fuck, dude, we're just fucking winning and shit like that. You know what I mean? But this dude was so out of his mind.
Oh my God.
Sitting there, just got his dick out and just peed all over her feet. Right? And so... So me and Gary, arm in arm, it's 9 a.m. We walk out of that place, both of us like with just a pocket full of money, and fucking just walk out, and the sun shining in our eyes. We have to take a cab to the bus, and it's just like, well, we didn't win that last hand, but we'll always have the story of the guy walking up and just peeing on the Asian lady's feet.
What happened with him?
Oh, they arrested the shit out of that motherfucker. But no, I mean, but he wouldn't get arrested for like a crime. It's basically drunk tank. He's out the next morning.
Was he packing?
Was he what?
Was he packing?
I didn't see his dick. I didn't know what happened until after it all happened. Now, P.S. Sweet Cheeks, if you asked me, would I've looked at his dick if I'd have known it was that?
Of
Yes,
course
I
you would have.
100%. I'm a dick looker from way back. I don't look at your dick at the airport. You know, like if we're just in urinals beside. But if you're going to show it to me in some place where I wouldn't expect to see your dick, I'm looking at it. You do the same to me, too, and don't act like you wouldn't. It's like, even if you're like, dude, I don't want to see your dick, you're still looking at the dick going, dude, I don't want to see the dick. But you got one eye closed. One eye is closed, and you're still looking to just see what's going on down there, you know? Like, and I'm going to be honest. It's not that impressive.
Mr. Benedict, we took the van, sir.
And?
And they say that there was no money in the bags, sir.
What do you mean there's no money in the bags?
They say the bags were filled with flyers, sir, for hookers.
Walsh, cue up the tape to the robbery.
Yes, sir. I'm looking at the tape now.
Does it say Bellagio on the vault floor?
No, it doesn't. I don't understand.
We had it installed on Tuesday. The images we saw of those men robbing us was a tape.
What?
Here's what I want to know. If the SWAT team comes in and George Clooney, the Chinese guy, and Matt Damon are just sitting there on the stuff after all the shit had been carried out of the van, wouldn't George Clooney, Matt Damon, and the Chinese guy been seen by the guys coming? Oh, no, because they put it in the elevator. That's what it was.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So they sent up what everybody thought was the booby trap money.
Right.
It was booby trapped hooker trading cards.
Right.
And then
what do you think the ROI is on hooker trading cards?
Return on investment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever
you know they have that down. Like how many cards do they have to print to get one?
Have you
hooker
ever been to
card?
Vegas? Have you ever been to Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you know how you've been to Vegas, right, John?
Oh, yes.
So do you?
I didn't
They
see-
snap it.
I didn't
So
see
they-
one hooker card when we went.
Yeah, because I steer you away from it. It's the people that are like they're standing on the street and they snap it,
Yeah.
snap it, and then hand it to you because that gets your attention and you're supposed to grab it.
It's a little Mexican.
So I used
chick
to
or
I
dude.
used to collect those things, and I would like put together sets and like give them to the guys. Like I'd be just like, "Holy shit! Like I've completed a set of 10." You know, because if you get different ones, you get excited and shit. But no, it's again that's why I call them hooker trading cards.
Right.
But yeah, these flyers, I don't really know about that. I mean, I was going to Vegas then. I don't remember the flyers very much, but they were always these cards. But yeah, they snap them in your face. Snap.
Yep.
And they
Yeah.
stick it in
Yeah,
your
yeah,
face.
it got me the first time that I was at Vegas. I
Yeah.
didn't know what it was, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, great!" I took it, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ."
that's how they get
And
you.
then he was like, "Oh, I need to call this."
And
number.
what's
the ROI?
They never look like the girl.
I will say it's never the girl on the card, right?
Never
How do you know?
You told
How
me
do you
that.
know?
Well,
How do you know?
I know. It's never that person. You've been on dating website. I've never been on a dating website in my life, but I assume it's the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? It's like I've never been on a dating website, but I'm assuming it's the same thing as hooker trading cards.
Hey, wait a minute, because
Yeah, both sexes, by the way.
Rich just went to Vegas. What 4 or 5 months ago?
When did you go to Vegas? I don't remember.
No, right after your merger deal.
Yeah, it was a couple months ago.
And then
Yeah, but you weren't there for fun. You were there to work.
Yeah, but Rich also told me that he doesn't gamble.
Nope.
He doesn't do anything. He just hangs out in his hotel room.
I did.
And looks for hooker cards.
No, well, I didn't do that.
Did you call one?
Nope.
Have you ever been with a hooker?
Never.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was thinking about that while we were watching the movie. I don't think I could ever do it.
Yeah, it'd be super weird. Right?
Tinder counts.
Yeah.
Tinder doesn't count.
Are you
Does
sure?
that count?
No.
No, there's no way that counts. You don't pay the girl money.
No. Well, I mean, not directly.
Tess.
You of all people should know, Terry. In your hotel, there's always someone watching.
He's like, what does that fucking mean? I just got robbed, but you're not supposed to know about it.
He's going back to his hotel room and going, send up girl number 2.
You know it.
You know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's already a ring girl from the fight in there.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Yeah, it's a great movie. It really is.
It's
So
a little
how
confusing on like some of the structure of it, but I liked it.
I think it's probably because it was edited way down. They probably tried to tell a bigger story, but had to cut it to 2 hours.
I buy that.
This scene was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And did you guys understand what was going on here?
Yeah, they're looking at the fountain because it's beautiful to look
I know,
at.
but then what happens? As they break off, it's like, goodbye.
It was like Stand By Me in The Sandlot where they depart.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But in those ones, they just disappear.
Hell fucking yes, it was.
To the pedophile.
Oh, you're being serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I was being serious.
Like, more like Stand By Me, though.
That's what I'm talking
where
about.
they walk away from one another and it's like, nothing's ever going to be the same for any of our relationships or whatever. But here, it's like, you know what? I got $14 million. Never call me again. You know, if I see you out, look at Brad Pitt watching everybody. And
Look, his mouth is open. Is that?
He's checking you out.
No, it's closed.
Oh, now it's closed. Now it's open again.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, that look is not, that's not mouth breather.
Yeah, it's a mouth breather.
All right, bye.
Here we go.
Bye, Felicia.
See you later. Now,
Does he have the 14 million in his pocket right
that's
now,
what I wondered
or-
too. Like, where the fuck is all
someone's
the
got
money?
to be coming back and getting there.
Now, so again, you realize they're all walking away, and that's it. End of relationship.
Yeah. Except
for the next movie.
Yeah.
2 movies.
How
after
are
this.
the next 2 movies? Have you guys seen them?
Oh, yeah, they're good.
They're good?
I like them.
Yeah.
I think the third one's not so great. I think the second one holds up, but the third one's not so good.
Are you
I
going
thought
to
he was
see
gonna die.
the new one?
Who?
The girls?
Me too.
I think the new one with the girls is going to be terrible.
Is it because you're sexist?
Right.
Okay. It's like Ghostbusters.
No, I just think they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. Plus, I love that one girl. She's
Let me
fucking
ask
funny.
you this: is him not liking girls sexist or just odd?
No, he thinks the movie won't be as good because
He was
they're girls.
fucking right on Ghostbusters though.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I would have never
So
gone and
bad.
saw that.
Yeah, no,
Ghostbusters?
me and you watched
It's just
it one
weird.
night. I
It's just
thought.
No,
weird.
you took Everett or something.
Women in general, and I'm speaking in generalities.
Jesus
Oh, God.
Women in
Christ,
general
here we go.
are risk averse. They are.
Rich is hating on shit.
They're just risk averse. So it's
What does that
weird.
mean?
To see, it means they
don't like to take risks.
Yeah, they don't like to take risks. So that's why the penitentiaries are filled with men, and a very small percentage of are women.
Also, thanks for sharing. If you share the podcast or like our post, we're gonna say your fucking name. Like, how kick ass is that? Also, don't even think about like stop listening right now, like because you think I'm doing the outward credits and shit. I'm still going to say a bunch of funny shit at the end of this, and you're going to miss it. So thanks for sharing. Chris Pulse, you are literally the heartbeat of the show. Jake Bradford, Simon Rogers, Barry Ferguson, Woody Chambers, Chris Wakefield, Angie Thorin, Grant Hill, who I will be talking about this over weeks to come. Grant Hill gave me the gift of a custom watch.
Yeah, did you get that?
I ordered it. We'll talk more about that in the
Okay.
coming weeks. I'm super
That's
super
cool.
stoked about it. Yeah, absolutely.
It only took us like 3 months to redeem
So
it.
he'd really like you to get one, Rich, and you too, Casey, because when he offered these, we were the only 3 on the show. Sean wasn't here yet, so
Can I give mine to Sean? 'Cause
You
he
can.
works hard.
You can totally give yours a shot. Do you wear watches? Oh, you're just like, fuck, I'm an Apple Watch guy.
I don't have one.
Okay,
You don't-
then I'll get it.
You're not on the show yet, dude. But Wendy Croft, Ray Jimenez, Sean Beck, and Joey Bishop. We got no mail this week. But you know what? If you guys want to, you could always email us, and we'd love it if you did, because we'll answer that shit.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
So we can't check it. Well, we could check it, but it's empty.
Yeah, it's empty.
So just go to gmail.com. Thanks, you guys, for listening. My name is Jarrett. This is everybody else, and we'll see you down the road.
I like you more than a friend.
But most of all, we'll see you down the road.